Yo, 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 yo. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Hold on, let me see something. See if I'm good. Yo, 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 yo. Yeah, I think I should be good. Yeah, everybody can hear me. I'm sounding good. If I'm sounding good. Gonna win if I'm sounding good or anything. What up, Daniel Bird? What up? What's up? What's up, everybody? The members. I am dropping content on members, y'all. So, hey, listen, stay tuned. I am dropping member exclusive stuff on there. Um, see what I wanna like I said, hit this like, you know what I mean? Hit the like button, all that good stuff. Let a couple more people can get in here. What up, Garrison? Salute, man. Shout out to Garrison, man. Like I said, I'm dropping a lot of exclusive stuff on 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 a member. So like I said, that link in the description, join be a member if you want. What up, Taj? Y'all can hear something about what trouble else. Let me see. I'm still starting these notifications. Oh man. Yeah, man. It's been crazy. Let me see. Yeah, man. But how everybody feeling though? Everybody doing, man. How everybody doing on this evening or night? What I don't want to be on for like a couple hours. So I mean, if you I won't be on for a couple hours. Let's see. I got text me. Yeah, hold up real quick. Hold up real quick. I'm trying. Yo, I'm back. T Kill in the building. What up, man? Wait till a couple more people come in, man. Y'all see the title? I see the title, man. Nepotism in sports isn't a new thing. We're gonna get into that. You know what I mean? I know y'all see the thumbnail and all that too. We're going to basically, cause I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm sick and tired of using the word nepotism too. Sick and tired of even using that word because simply because of like the fact that this isn't anything new, but people want to, you know, use these narratives and things of that nature. Um, I don't know if anybody gave my notifications or not. I don't know. This is weird. Did that? Let me. If y'all anybody's watching on YouTube, is anybody get in my notifications? 'Cause I am definitely curious. Does anybody get my notifications on YouTube? But it's definitely weird. It's definitely weird that Oh, all right. Some people are you getting notifications? Okay, but yeah, man. I mean, regardless, I'm just still. I'm not gonna be on that long. But yeah, man. Nepotism in sports, man, isn't a new thing. Um, basically, while this stream, while I'm doing this stream and live, whatever the case may be. Okay, okay. I'm curious about that. But yeah. Also, man, I do want to address and talk about the reason why I am talking about this because of the LeBron James and Bronny thing. What up, the fundraiser? What up? Um, and we're gonna talk about other things too in this live, but I do want to address the fact of um the nepotism. This has been like the most trending word in sports right now, especially basketball. LeBron James, Bronny getting drafted to the Lakers, playing with his dad, the first time ever in NBA history that has happened. So people are, it's been a hot topic of he didn't deserve this and he didn't deserve that, whatever case may be, or whatever. And the funny thing is, though, it's like it's not a new thing. But I guess when black people do it or whatever, is people pick and choose. But even with that, the JJ Redick is somewhat is a nepotism thing. I ain't gonna lie to you, I hate that word. I hate the word so much now. Like it's just like I don't even want to even talk about like we gotta talk about it, of course, but like because like because people don't even know what nepotism is. That's the thing too. Like people think nepotism is just you have to be blood related. Like no, you can be friends with it too. And to that point, JJ Redick is cool with LeBron James. He had a podcast with LeBron James, and fast forward, the man's the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers with no real experience whatsoever, as any real coaching experience whatsoever. Um, Same thing when it comes to like in the basketball in a sense, like we've seen this all the time. But I think people, once again, one of my favorite sayings, what I mean, pick it and choosing, man. People pick it and choosing when to be outraged and about something and not. You know what I mean? People be outraged and things of that nature when it's convenient on things they want to talk about. And of course, how LeBron James haters and people going to use pick on LeBron James. People going to use Bronny to try to attack LeBron, whatever, which is crazy. And then try to hide it. Like, listen, I already said like my piece on LeBron. Like he's not NBA ready at all, whatever. But I can admit I don't listen. The difference between me and like these other dudes that be like hiding. So I don't hate LeBron, and I don't have no problem with LeBron. Like people be saying that ish, and like whatever. I can sit there and admit and say I don't like LeBron James. You know what I mean? I can admit and say I don't really rock with LeBron. You know what I mean? I can admit that because so everything I do say it doesn't really matter because I can be honest. You know what I mean? I don't gotta sit there. I can be honest in the conversation. Which funny thing is though, when I say these things, right? People call me a LeBron James fan multiple times. You know what I mean? Because I tell the truth. Shout out to base kids, you know what I mean? Shout out to base kids, you know what I mean? To deny the racism is to deny reality. That's a bar right there, base. I ain't gonna lie. I hit that like button too, man. Y'all hit that like button. If y'all in here, keep hitting that like button. Keep on cooking. Um, keep hitting that like button, man. 'Cause that's definitely dope, man. Um, but yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'm trying to see like the page, my page won't open. I can't that like we can at least get to 10 likes though, man. You got at least get 10 likes. You know what I mean? But yeah though, man, like it's crazy, man. Like the nepotism thing and all that and whatever. It's definitely wild because like it's I don't know, man, it's just another thing. But it's like people run like LeBron James haters are running out of ammo because I'm gonna be honest with you, like that's the thing. So I will talk about that. Like a lot of these people that do thrive on just to hate on LeBron James and things of that nature, y'all ain't going like a lot of y'all gonna be like I'm quit like I'm really is like curious on like well some of y'all it would be good. I'm not gonna say so, some of y'all would be good, but a lot of y'all. But even with that, a lot of y'all only can go left because y'all is just like y'all known as a LeBron James hater. It's like that is crazy. I'm not known as no type of hater. People can say that all they want. Like I can. That's the one thing too about this nepotism thing. If people using this word just to hate on LeBron, and this thing been going on for years, bro. Even Rob Pelinka, you see the title, Rob Pelinka. Rob Pelinka was Kobe's agent. Rob Pelinka, like you don't think Rob Pelinka being Kobe's agent didn't have nothing to do with him? Kobe, one of the greatest Lakers of all time, had nothing to do with him being a general manager of a basketball team. Man was a sports agent. I mean, and I get it. I mean, I get. I guess he has somewhat of experience, and I guess has somewhat of experience, right? As a, when it comes to dealing with money and deals and things of that nature, right? As something as a GM experience, but managing people, different clients, you know, but that was nepotism. So it's like, why are people crying about it now? Yeah, they make do content to do it every day. Like they make content to do it every day. And then try to act like they doing it for a good cause. Like, no, you're doing it for the clicks. Like, listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Any content you see me a part of, where it's a LeBron James, content and theme in it I'm not gonna say for the whole part, but one of the part of the reasons why I am doing it because it's trending. Because it's trending. I may put a title or be part of a title, whatever, or I talk about something because it's trending and it's a trending topic and people care about. People want to talk about. Being honest with you, bro. I don't really care. I can admit whatever. I can, but the thing with me, difference between me and other people is the people that quote unquote are in the anti LeBron because I can you could consider myself anti LeBron. I don't. I if I had to choose, not choose, but if somebody want to put me in the anti LeBron column, cool. But um, the reality of the situation is, uh, I can admit it though. That's the difference between me and the other people. I can admit it though. I don't really care about. I don't. I'm not. I'm. I don't. I'm not a fan of. And let me make this clear. I don't. Because I don't know the necessarily person per se. When I say this, I don't care about LeBron as the basketball player, celebrity, whatever. I don't know this man in real life. You get what I'm saying? I'm not a fan or of Kobe. You know what I mean? As the basketball player, celebrity, RP to him. But I don't know him as a person. I don't like Michael Jordan, the basketball player, celebrity, or whatever. And I can sit here and say different things about wherever the case may be. But I don't like these guys. I don't like their fan bases per se. And I don't like what those guys are when it comes to who you see them as when it comes with them as the basketball players and sports figures. You know what I mean? I can sit there and admit that because I don't really care. I don't care. But I'm gonna be honest and keep it 100 at the same time because like I'm not hiding behind anything. I'm not hiding over. I'm not pushing no agenda. I'm just speaking on what I see and what I do. You know what I mean? True, you talk about Celtics NBA way more than Brown Brothers channels are so purpose. And that's the thing too. You know what I mean? LeBron James things I could have easily would have could have done. You feel what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? Like LeBron, you can't name no nepotism in NBA history other than this. Um, are you sure about that? Jason Kidd legit was a player on the Knicks, and he retired and became the head coach of the Knicks the next season. Like that, like Ralph, like that. I ain't gonna hold you, Ralph. Like that's one of the dumbest things you ever said, like ever, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Like that's like legit one of the dumbest things you ever said. But the thing is, though, but and I'm gonna get to that too because you see, and this is the reason why I hate the word nepotism. I hate the conversations of nepotism because, like I said before, and I earlier when I said this, people don't even know what it is, and and this is why I'm gonna go to it too. The layer of the nepotism is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? You know what I mean? In my opinion, if you see it in the description, and in my opinion, is either bad or good. You know what I mean? But that's and life is full of that. It says in Luke too. That's the thing. And that's the thing. And sometimes it's not even a big deal. Sometimes it's not even a big deal who Jay Keeper. It's not about who you see. Here's the thing though, Ralph, you don't know what nepotism is, bro. That's the thing. You don't need to be somebody. You don't need to be related to somebody for nepotism, bro. But even if that's the case though, Ralph, you are we do a whole wrestling podcast. No, I'm just saying Jason Kidd worked for the Knicks and he had connections clearly he was a player on the Knicks and he had clearly connections with the Knicks franchise and he became a head coach. You don't need to be related to somebody for nepotism. If I know Citizen Lou, I'm not related to Citizen Lou. And I had a company and I hired Lou off the strength of because I know him. That's nepotism. You don't. You have you only nepotism is a friend or you like whatever or family member, whatever. SB. What are y'all talking about? Like, and that's the thing too, though, Rob. We do a whole wrestling podcast. Shout out to SB too. Speaking of wrestling, we do Rumble the Ring. You a whole you're a huge Bloodline fan, and I'm a fan of Bloodline too, right? And I'm a fan of the bloodline too in wrestling, right? But guess what? Let's keep it. But let's keep it a bean. All that joint is nepotism. But guess what though? Nobody cares because it's great. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that's the thing. The real question is though too about nepotism. The real question is it a good thing or a bad thing? That's the real question in life, and it's not just NBA in life. Period. That's the real thing. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? My opinion is either way. It doesn't really matter because we seen because I've seen. Listen, I've seen people that get positions because of who they know or who they related to, and they great hires per se, would depend on the field of the job, wherever case may be. It is a bad thing. Is nepotism a bad thing? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think it's a bad thing whatsoever. It could be, it could be a definitely, it could be it's a great thing to a lot of other people. Let me see them likes looking like too. I'm gonna drop the man. I'm gonna drop the link, man. I'm gonna drop the link. Y'all keep hitting that like button too, man. Too. Y'all keep hitting that like. We got 12 viewers. Y'all 12. We need at least 12 likes. You know what I mean? Don't forget to hit that like button. All that. I'm about to drop the link because, like I said before, like even because I remember matter of fact, and speaking, let's keep it on basketball. Um, we can keep it on basketball aspect. Brad Stevens, when he made that trade, 2 seasons ago for Malcolm Brogdon. He made that trade for Malcolm Brogdon. A lot of talks and the conversations on how he made that move was the fact that he had ties from being from Indiana. Not necessarily for the franchise, but he has, of course, Indiana ties. So he helped make that trade happen. Like it is what it is, bro. Like it was. I don't think. Now that being, because like I said, my opinion is, I think nepotism at certain times is a bad thing, and sometimes it can be a good thing. Shoot, I had a good shoot. I had a job. I had a whole job where, but not the job I have now, but the job I had, last job I was a CNC operator, and I had no experience of being a CNC operator at all, and went in and got trained. It was some BS about that, whatever. But the point is, though, I had no experience being a CNC operator, and to a point now, where even if I do get jobs or offer, like I be people call me whatever for a CNC job, whatever. They be asking me about my background. They be like, "Oh, snap!" Like they be, I was in a rare situation. You know what I mean? Because of people who I knew or whatever the case may be. It's not about who qualify, but sometimes, listen, you can be qualified, but are you the right person? I mean, sometimes, listen, just because you may have this, and that, who is you as a person matters too at the end of the day, also. Because you can have qualifications and you a bad person, you don't know how to treat people, then that doesn't matter. That don't mean nothing. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. Like you have all the quality. Listen, if you can be the most qualified person in the world, but you don't know how to treat people and you're horrible and you're not whatever, that don't mean anything, bro. Like let's not play that game. I am curious on that. I don't think nepotism is bad whatsoever. I strongly don't think nepotism is bad. It all depends how you use nepotism. I might that's all it really is at the end of the day. Like if I can help somebody get to a position, why not? But here's the thing with me, and I'm talking specifically with me. If I know that person that can handle it and I can help them out, and you know what I mean, would help them out to that journey and get to that situation, why that's a bad thing? Why is that? Like, why is that a bad thing? The life is like, come on, bro. Everything could be used as it could be called as nepotism at times, y'all. Like that's the thing. Like Bill Belichick had like legit his sons on the coaching staff. Like like Bill Belichick legit had his sons on the coaching staff. And you especially see that in football. You especially like you see that in sports all the time because you know somebody. Oh, cool, boom. You know such and such. Hey, I know you. Boom. Simple as that. That ain't nothing like that ain't nothing like. Listen, ain't no like I said. Nepotism at times ain't. What up, bro?
So,
You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't have a problem at times with nepotism. Like I said, now that being said, nepotism can be bad at times. It can be, but also we can't act like it can't be good either.
but his whole basketball career is kind of fraudulent, bro.
So
Ronnie,
we're really hadn't started yet. But the
I'm
point
talking
is
about. I'm
though,
not just talking about NBA. I'm talking about from high school all the way to college to now, bro.
I wouldn't say that because he was good in high school and
No, he was
I
not,
wouldn't
bro.
necessarily
He
say
does not
that.
deserve to be no damn All American with the stats he put up. Like, what are we
He was
doing,
on a
bro?
stacked team. He was on a stacked
Okay,
team.
my point exactly. He was
But here's
not one. Of, not even one of the
but the
best players
point
in the starting line rotation, bro.
but the point is they was all Americans too. The point is though,
Yeah,
the
but they
point
was
is
putting up
though,
better stats than him and contributing more than him.
r- right, but they wasn't putting up crazy numbers too compared to other people around the country either though. But they was picked because of what they was able to do on the court. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Like the point is
It
though,
does matter, bro.
it don't,
It
it
does.
don't,
And
bro.
then in college, come on, bro.
He wasn't good in
Like
college. We can admit that he
I
wasn't good
know,
in college.
but to
Cool.
have, come on, bro. The tape, bro. Before he announced, I mean, after he announced, bro. You know how many games that more games
But my whole
UCLA got
thing, but okay,
because of him.
cool.
The biggest,
That
and
being
then he got
said,
the biggest
because
NIL
he's that,
deal because
but
of
you're talking about
nepotism, bro.
name, but you're talking about his
Everything
name
happened
value. But you're talking
because
about
of his father's name, bro.
that's
Everything that is
that
true.
ain't
How
that's
you how,
not nepotism.
that is though.
That's not nepotism because
Reputation and
be-
name is nepotism, bro.
no, it's not.
Yeah, yes it is. I'll give you an
No,
example,
it's
bro.
not.
I'm
No,
about to
it's
give you an
not.
example.
Did LeBron
So
James give them deals? No, he didn't. He just
his
because
name
he's
did
his
get him that.
LeBron James,
So he did,
his name did. I'm not gonna argue that
and
his
his
name
influence
did.
did
Don't mean
too, bro. So how
because
he get a
because Bronny James been a social was had bro he got 6 million followers on like he got millions of fans on
okay?
social media.
And you know why
People
he had that? That's not because now that's on his own merit because he's a gamer. And I told you,
okay, so
man,
all I'm
hold on,
saying,
hold on, hold on, hold on. And I told you I followed him, and what I said before he even was even in like his second year in high school, I said he should be a gamer because I think that would better
the point,
perform.
but here's gets the hypocritical part about it. If you were in the same situation as LeBron James, we all most likely would do the same thing. Like that's the like we can listen, bro. I already admitted and I already said a bunch of times that he's not an NBA player. Like let's like this dead horse. We beating a dead horse if you feel that way because I agree with that too. But what up, casual? But the reality of the situation is this: if me or you or casual or anybody in them same type of shoes, if we can if like we're LeBron James and we can do that for their son, you're doing that because at the end of the day, it ain't like he hurting himself. He ain't put him in danger. If it doesn't work out, at the end of the day, Bronny's gonna be good at the end of the day.
I hear what you're
It ain't
saying,
gonna
but
be that big of it
that's
ain't
not
that big of
true.
a deal.
It's a lot of people that
It's not
got
that big of a deal, bro.
major influence and bank let their kids swim for themselves, bro. They're not just
That's not
letting it.
true at all.
That
That's
is
not
true,
true.
bro.
And
That
that
is
ain't
true.
terrible. And that ain't terrible. What do you mean
That's
swim for
not.
themselves?
So.
So let me ask you a
They're
quick.
terrible
So
for
let's do
making
because
them
you're a
have to
bloodline.
grow character.
What
Right.
do you mean?
Like, what are we talking about?
How Brian don't got character?
Nobody
No
said
one's
that,
talking
but I'm
about
saying
Bronny. We're talking about.
you saying
Oh,
that
go ahead,
those
Kaz.
you
My
saying
fault,
that
We
bro.
talking
you
about
saying
specific.
no, you good. You
We
saying that those people that make their kids have to go out and have to develop their own character, have to develop resiliency, hard work ethic. Like those people are terrible. No, they're not.
So you call
Just like LeBron.
Denzel Washington a bad father because his son got his married on his own.
His son, yeah, his son had to wait. His son had to go through trial
Yeah,
and
but
error for a decade
right,
before
but
he finally got an
let's not.
opportunity.
But at the end of the day, his dad put him in positions
No,
where
he did not.
he
No,
did,
he did
He
not.
didn't, he didn't want to be an actor. He wanted
His
to be a
dad have
football
said.
player.
bro.
His
You're
dad said in multiple
bro. He did not
interviews
have the struggle. He
he
did
was
not
not
have,
He
helping his
yo,
son at
did,
all.
bro. If it
bro.
wasn't for The Rock, bro, he wouldn't have a role. That's a cap.
LeBron
That's
James
cap.
isn't shooting the basketball. Is not doing wasn't doing the drag combine for him. He was not doing any interviews for
Why you
LeBron.
just
Last time
sticking
I
to the
checked. Let,
draft when we talking about
because
his whole
because
career
bec-
as a
let
basketball
me
player has been
because
fraudulent?
because how it's been fraudulent. You can't even prove
Nah,
like you can't
I
even
don't
prove
agree with
that.
that.
You can't
I
even
don't agree
prove
with
You're
that.
that.
not supposed to be no
You
damn
can't
All
even prove
American,
that. So
bro.
I even
I
say
can
like
prove
because
it.
I watched
Go
out like
check
you
the
can't even
stats
prove
and
that.
see any All American with
You
low
keep
stats
you
like that.
keep base off. You
I'm
can't base
telling
off of
you some
stats.
facts. Look at
What did he
any All
average? What
American,
did he
bro.
average? What did he average? Just tell me what he averaged in, and we
What,
can. So,
six
like you keep
points?
saying it.
6 points?
6 points in high school. So he averaged 6 points in high school as a senior. So you told me he averaged 6 points as
Bro,
a
you keep
senior.
talking about, I'm talking about his whole career, bro.
Did he average 6 points as a senior? Yes or no?
I know he
I'm
didn't
about to
average no
find out
double
now.
digits as a senior. I know he didn't average no double digits in anything.
All right, but you just chatting right now because like,
No,
bro, you
I'm
can't
not. Go
say
look
that
at it.
statement.
Go look at it. Go
I'm
look at
looking
what
at it
he averaged as a
now.
senior. Nothing was just double figures. No rebounds or assists. Triple
Let
single.
me
Draymond
see.
Green. Like, what are we talking about, bro? They literally showcased him on TV as a senior.
Bronny James
Nepotism.
averaged 14, 5, and 2 and 1.8 steals per
14.
game.
You said 14.
14 points per game.
That's decent in a stacked team. If you play on a stacked team in high school, that's solid, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Like that,
It's funny how he ran,
if you
it's funny how he ran to the as a senior. It's funny how he
The,
ran to
but
the team.
that's really what
that's what he
matters in
asked.
the
No,
day.
no, no, no.
That's
That's what
all
he
that
asked. That's what he
matters.
asked.
That's what
Ralph,
I
that's what he
asked
asked
though.
you.
I
That's what he
didn't
asked
because
for.
you said he's a fraudulent. But here's the thing too. If you know anything about recruiting, I mean, listen, you can have a. It's all about the grinding up. You know what I mean? Like you can be what like it's important. Don't get it twisted. The previous grades is important, but the senior year is the most important year for a reason, and that's why it was clearly his best year. And if he was on a
But
stacked
was it
team,
big? Was it good? Was it good enough for him to get the attention that he did? Because it's not like he was in the
yeah, he
All
was
American
good enough.
game.
I mean, if he averaging
Uh,
14 points on a talented high school team like that, and he was averaging 14 points, we all can admit that's impressive. Because
He
like,
wasn't
okay, if
better
he
than
averaging
Kenyon
14
Sons.
points, I mean, listen, we understand that he's LeBron James' son, he got attention that way. But the point is, like, the Denzel, going back to the Denzel Washington part, no, the thing is this. When I come about, he put him in when I say Denzel will put him in a good situation, he was raised where, okay, cool. Let's not forget, if y'all know about Denzel Washington's son, he was a college football player,
mhm.
right? Those things, that's what I mean by put him in good situations. He was in good, like, we people don't have the. That's still part like there's nothing wrong with that. I didn't say
How
same
that's
thing
good
when it comes
situation?
to time out,
Like
time
that's
out,
a
time out,
different
time out,
field.
time out, time
No, I
out.
just asked you that
It
little
doesn't
point.
matter.
How
It
different
is a
field.
different field. It's a different but Bron like we can say you can say anything about Bronny, but LeBron James isn't shooting the basketball with Bronny. He's not in these interviews talking with these different teams or whatever the case may be. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yes, we understand the name and case may be, but on the acting, yes,
I don't.
Denzel's son had to get it out the mud as an actor. But that being said, too, let's be real. A lot of actors don't listen. This man can, but what is it?
Does LeBron James have power and influence?
Of
Absolutely,
course.
Okay, okay,
absolutely.
Who
okay.
sponsors
Denzel
Sierra
Washington,
So
Canyon
same as
team?
okay,
Denzel
okay.
Washington.
Hey,
No,
Cassie, who
but then
sponsors Sierra Canyon team?
What's
LeBron
Denzel
James.
last name?
But
What's
That,
Denzel last name?
but was he was
When's Denzel
hold
last
on
name?
real quick. Hold
John
on real
David
quick.
no,
Washington.
I'm about to cook you
Come on, his
because
name is John David Washington, bro.
before
Like,
Bronny went there, was he sponsoring that team? Yes or no?
who was
No.
No,
sponsored
he
that team?
wasn't. He was not sponsoring that team. He was sponsoring the
But
team in
Ralphie,
Cleveland. That's my point.
And
His
I just hold on,
fluency
T-Killer,
power
T-Killer,
got him on that
before
team.
My
T-Killer, before
problem
you
is
go, I
yeah,
just
no,
wanna,
go ahead,
yeah, I
Cat.
just,
I was
I
just
just
trying
wanna
to say
do.
what I was just
necessarily
trying to say what up to y'all. I was just trying to say
No,
what
no,
up.
no.
I'm gonna let y'all go.
What's good, fam? What's
Team,
good,
bro.
family? What's
That's the
good,
point. He
family?
wasn't even really good enough to make that team.
The problem that I'm having with your soliloquy is you're acting as if people are hung up on the fact that like the
It's Brian James.
nepotism, yeah, that it's on LeBron James. No, we're hung up on the fact that nepotism is being acted as if it can be a good or bad thing. No, it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing
how is it a
because
bad thing?
allow me, I'm going to explain to you. Because when it comes to nepotism, one of the biggest downsides of it that people want to downgrade because of the allure of you putting on for your family, or you putting on for your friends, or you putting on for somebody that you know, is that there's more qualified people, severely overqualified than the person that you're looking to pick over them. But you look
Okay.
past that because you know that person, and that person has a soft spot. You have a soft spot for that person. That's what just
Casual.
happened here. And I will
I
give you I'll give you the evidence for this situation and how it cannot be any clearer at this point that it's absolute nepotism. Because name another second overall pick that got picked 55th overall that gets more coverage than the number one, number two, number three, number four, number five, the whole
We
lottery. Name me another second round pick that got that.
we understand
Okay, okay, okay.
because he's LeBron
I'll
James'
ask you
son.
another question, True. I'll ask you another question, True.
And
Name me another second overall pick with the 50 name me another second round 55th overall pick that has ever gotten more money offered to them than just about every other rookie that was not in the top 5 of the draft. Name me another second rounder that got that privilege. I got another question for you. Name me
bro,
another
life ain't
second round.
fair. Casual.
Name
Come
me
on, bro.
I
how's it a
no no
bad
no no
thing?
no. But
How's it a
okay,
bad thing?
y'all just because life ain't fair, or just because people have done it before, does not make it acceptable. It does not
But
deem
how's
it
it?
I'm
acceptable.
not saying it's wrong or right, bro. That's
It's
not
not.
Hold on,
It's not
that's
That
what
was
right.
I'm
his
That's
trying.
what
first
I
question,
want you
man.
guys to understand. I want you guys to understand. It is not right.
how is
It's
it
not
Understand
not
right.
right?
picking, man.
How is it
Bro,
not
they
right? How is
didn't
it not right?
lose,
It's
bro. He
not
went in the
right.
second round as the 55th
I'm gonna
pick,
tell.
bro.
Hold
The
on,
average
I'm gonna
second
tell you
round
what. Hold on,
player has a
time
He
out.
got put up
5%
for him.
chance to
Let me
even
say
end
this.
up in the league
Hold
in
on,
2 years. Like,
T-Killer.
this
But
is what I'm
here's the
saying.
He
point.
No
got for
good
him,
Shout out.
player
bro.
lost their
But
That's what
they
he
job
was
just
because
getting.
all you
signed
got.
him to a four. That they just signed him to a 4-year contract,
Guaranteed at that.
But
guaranteed.
here's the.
Why did
Here's
they
Name
do
another
that?
second
Because
rounder that gets that
LeBron is his
privilege.
dad. Like, I'm sorry, fellas.
Okay, so
That's
it's
what happened.
nepotism.
Jordan
Okay,
Wall.
okay, so it's
Jordan Wall had the same
nepotism. Let's
I
contract.
not let.
agree
Oh,
with
so
you.
let's
Jordan.
dance. Okay, okay.
Hold on.
So now that we're here,
Jordan Wall got the same contract.
I need you guys to understand that it
Jordan
is
Wall
not.
got the
It
same
is not.
contract last year.
Not
What?
7 mil.
Jordan Wall got the same
No,
contract. Jordan
no,
Wall
he
Bro,
got
did
the
his
same
not.
contract.
No, he
jersey
did not.
sold out
Yes,
in
he do.
24
Jordan Wall got
hours,
the
bro.
same.
Name
Jordan
another
Wall got the
second
same
rounder
contract.
who sold his jersey out in 24 hours after
I'm
being
not. No, no, no.
drafted. You can't name
I think
another
he's.
guy like
No, no,
that
no.
either.
I think he's
This is
popular,
money. This
but
is
his.
money, bro.
Bro,
Okay,
y'all
okay,
made
that's
it bigger than what
fine.
it is, bro.
That's
Y'all nasty.
fine. But his talent does not deem him getting the
But here's the
I,
opportunities. I'm not saying
I
that
agree
he.
with that. I agree with that.
Okay, yeah. I'm
I
not
agree
saying
with
that
that.
he. I'm not
nobody
saying
arguing
that
that.
he's not that he doesn't. I'm not saying that him by himself does not deem dollar signs for the NBA. I don't think. I don't. I wouldn't be crazy enough to say that. Same reason. I don't think anybody
But
that
that's
had
how he got
anybody
the
had a.
contract.
I don't think
That's why he got
anybody.
the contract.
I don't think anybody had a problem with Mac
Hey,
McClung
True, you
getting the
capping, guy.
opportunity in the All Star game, right? Like nobody had a problem with that, right? Because he brought dollar signs to the NBA All Star Dunk Contest, which was boring for the last few years. So we had no
That's
problem
a
with that.
good
So
example.
I have no problem with them capitalizing on his allure, but you giving him these opportunities that are long extended, this contract that is a 4-year guaranteed. There's no other second rounder that gets that privilege.
And
There's
you
no
can't
other second
too.
rounder that gets that
Only
Jordan
two
privilege.
Wall
years.
got the same contract.
Jordan
Jordan Wall got
Walsh
the
is
same
not making
contract.
$8
Only
million.
2 years
True. What are you
guaranteed for
talking about?
Jordan Walsh.
All right.
Don't do that.
All
Jordan
right.
Only
Walsh
2
is
years.
Yeah,
not
yeah,
getting first
yeah.
So
round
cut
money,
your
True,
bro.
true,
BS.
true.
Bronny is getting
We
first
True
round
trying to
money.
fight this fight. I don't
4
know. I
years
don't know why True trying to
guaranteed.
fight
Nasty,
this.
I
What are you
don't
bro.
talking about,
know.
bro?
Hold on. So
And he's
what's
not
Bronny's
allowed to go
contract
to the
again?
G League. Jordan Walsh can go to the
Drew
G
get
League.
nasty, Drew.
Who said
Drew.
time out.
It's not
Now,
the
because
same deal.
Bro, Rich
too
Paul
many
put
people
out there
talking.
that he got to get first round money and he's
Hold
not
on,
allowed to
T.
go to the G
Oh,
League.
let
Oh,
let True
time
finish a
out,
thought,
time,
please.
time out because here's the thing too. Who cares how much money that Bronny got? Because at the end of the day, to the point, the main reason why he got that money because his who his dad is, right? For one.
That's nepotism.
Also,
The
okay,
scholarship.
who cares? But who cares though?
You're
That's the
not
thing.
a
Like,
Laker
who
fan, so it
cares?
don't bother you. That's why you're
Look,
saying who
that ain't
Who
cares.
being
cares?
disputed
No,
though.
Ralph,
But
We
Ralph,
know
Ralph,
it's
that's
Ralph,
my
Ralph,
point.
Ralph,
nepotism.
I'm not
Ralph.
disputing
Ralph,
anything. I
everybody,
didn't dispute
Ralph,
anything.
everybody on
I
the
don't.
panel
Who cares?
agrees that it's nepotism. The problem
It
that we're
is.
having
I
right now
agree.
is the problem is that you and
No.
I are saying that it's wrong, and they're saying
How is
True
it?
saying it's not wrong or right.
But let me tell you. But let
The
me
funny
tell you.
thing is they're
Let me
trying
tell
to
you.
do
Can
it
I
in
get my
everyday
point
life,
across?
bro. That's
I'll let y'all
nasty.
talk. I'll let
Everyday
y'all
life
talk.
is
Can I get
not
my point
basketball.
across?
I don't
But
like
here's the
nepotism in my sports.
can I,
Go ahead, brother.
okay, stop, Ralph. Then stop being a Laker fan, then, and casual stop being a Bucks fan, then. Because
Lakers
why,
don't
Doc?
have
You know why?
nepotism in their league.
Okay, then
What are
stop
you
being
talking?
fans of these teams and
LeBron,
stop being fans of
LeBron
these
James
teams.
is the first part of
Ralph, you
nepotism.
talk, Ralph. I'll let you talk, Ralph. I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk. Respect the platform, respect the channel, bro. The point of matter of fact is this, bro. Stop being a fan of all these teams then. Even you, Sweezy, who disagree. Stop being a fans of these teams then because at the end of the day, why Doc Rivers keep getting a job all the time? When you talk about Doc Rivers, right, which is one of the first things you hear about Doc Rivers? He's a cool guy and he networks and a lot of people in the NBA front office like him. Yes or no? That's nepotism. Yes or no?
What?
So if you're going to be you're gonna
Doc
have a
Rivers
problem
never been
with
the
that.
highest paid coach.
Doc
Time out.
Rivers,
Nepotism
Time
is
Doc
out.
Rivers
That's
finished
not
top
the
five.
point. Time out.
bro, did you
Time
just
out.
make that up? You just made that up.
I didn't make that up.
Yes,
That's
you
not that's
did.
Why you throw Doc
time.
Rivers under the
I,
bus?
I
And
didn't
we
throw
keep
Doc
getting
Rivers off the
somewhere,
bus.
and then y'all change the subject. Like, let's
no,
just
no,
stick to what we're talking
no.
about.
We can stay
The
here. It's
point
just
is
like that.
the
I don't
point is
understand that part.
the point is I didn't make that up. Doc Rivers is known in the NBA. Why do you think look, bro? Why do you think a black man like a black we talking about black head coach? We seen black head coaches
Hmm.
get done dirty for in the NBA.
I could have
Successful or not
sworn.
successful.
I can answer for you. I
He
could have sworn.
he
Well, true, true. I could have sworn the main reason, and we were talking about how this is stupid. The main reason why he got that job from Milwaukee shortly after getting fired by Philadelphia is because he has experience, and there wasn't that many coaches on the board at the time that has experience like he has
no
experience.
he but here's the thing how
Is
he
that
even got
not why
that
they hired
but
him?
here's the no
Wasn't
but here's the thing too
wasn't
though.
he
Time out.
connected
Let
to
me
the staff already though? Too
And he was already
casual.
on to the
He was
staff.
account. Yeah, he was
Yeah, he
he
was
already
was
there
already
as a
but
on the
here
counselor.
staff.
So
He was where
but
Van
hold
Gundy was
on
at
but
with
yeah,
him.
here's
he
the
was
He was like
already
an
thing.
a count. He
advisor.
was already a counsel. So
He
it
was like
made
an
all the
advisor
sense
to
to
the
pick him.
kid.
No, hold
Yeah.
Yeah.
on. But here's the thing. How did he even get an advisor job? We didn't even know he even had an advisor job till like the whole news broke out.
That's not
A
true
lot of
either.
people didn't know.
No,
A
no,
lot
no.
of people
That is
didn't.
true. That is
A lot of
true.
people
That's
didn't know.
true.
A lot of people didn't know that, bro. So the point is though, the point is though, like my whole thing is him getting paid that money because he was a 55th pick. It don't really affect nobody else. Like it really like at the end of the day, yes. I mean,
It
He get
does
more
not
money
even
though.
than
fair.
Dalton Connect.
It don't really. It don't really.
He's the highest paid
Dalton
second
can
round
get
pick in
more.
NBA history. No second round don't get
Who
signed to a
cares?
4-year deal.
Who
2 years out
cares?
max.
Who cares? Who
How do we just
cares?
call? How do we just say it? Who cares to the kid that
Because
probably averaged? How do we say who cares to the kid that ironically played on the same team as Bronny James, averaging more points than him, not getting that opportunity to be able to realize his dream of being in the NBA? How do we not care about that? How
Are
do
we
we not
talking
care
about
about
care
that?
Bobby
about
Ellis? Come on, dude.
Bronny
No.
didn't even work hard to get the NBA. It was handed to him.
It's not that he didn't work hard. I'm very sure he worked hard, but he does not have the resume, the cachet, the skill
Right.
set as currently standing to justify him getting a 55th overall draft pick ahead of some people that we
that
all
a lot.
understand were more
He's
That's
not even a
qualified at the
top
true,
time.
but
prospect, bro.
Bro,
A
that's
who were
nonsense
they
true.
gonna
conservative.
whose job
One
did he
mic, but
take
here
casual is what I want to
he
know.
ain't
Like
take
what
nobody's
guy
job,
just
bro.
he was
Any
the
any
Nobody
any
fifty-fifth
job.
any
pick,
any
bro.
of the any of the kids that ended up going undrafted and now they have to either get it out of the mud overseas or they have to pray that the
But
G
here's
League
a
calls them up and gives them
but
one of
here,
their open
first of
slots to
It's a
be able
all,
lot of
to
it's a
leave.
lot of it's a lot of raw niggas in the
time
G
out,
League,
time out,
bro.
time out, time
Oh
out,
Bronny
time out,
can't
no,
go
time
to the
out.
I'm
G
not, and
League.
I'm not saying, and
Part
I'm
of his
not saying,
contract.
Hold up
but
though.
brother, I'm saying in this situation, he got picked ahead of some of those people that's getting introduced to that
But here's
area
a
when
But
they
here's the
probably
thing, though.
they could have got they
A
were
lot
just
of
as
people.
justified to get that pick than them. No, they're more
But here's
justified
the
to get
thing.
that pick
But
than
here's
them.
the thing. NBA is also a bit like. Let's not also forget. Let's not be naive too, though. Like this also a business. If this man is one of the highest jersey sellers, he's the highest jersey seller in the draft. Like that, you don't think that's a part of the reason too? If the man's jersey
And
is
that's the
legit
problem.
selling,
But we agree.
like
But
That's
we
the
agree that
problem.
that can play a
like
role. But that being the
I'm not
role,
gonna hold you
And
that's
true,
too.
you know
that's
that's the problem.
Man, listen,
Because y'all
Bro,
if
it's a
enabling it.
business.
time out,
Y'all
time out. If
enabling
you're
it by
trying to tell
buying the
me
jerseys
you're
and doing
getting mad,
that.
listen, I'm gonna say this again.
because how long can you milk that?
What you mean? How you can milk that? That's the
How long
whole.
can
It's
you
working
milk? How
now.
long can you milk hit before he? But because here's the thing, he's already put up a stinker. So when we go into the rest of
And
this
I'm
season,
not counting that.
and he continues to
All right,
put
come
forth
on, bro. Stop,
stinkers.
stop, 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 stop.
What I'm not,
This
why
game,
what
stop.
we're
No,
here
hold
shut
on,
now.
hold
up,
on.
shut
Let's
up,
be
Captain. You the
honest.
one that's been talking
We're here
all
now. Let's be
game. Let
honest.
somebody else talk. You are let Bronny play and develop. God damn, you're
Let him
already judging him
develop.
on one game. Let
Nobody.
him
Okay.
develop. God damn, let him develop. You're
Damn,
judging him
bro,
off
you
one
let him
game.
talk
Damn. Oh
like
One
my
that.
God.
game. Let him
One
MC,
mic,
MC,
develop.
MC,
Damn,
MC,
bro.
one
MC.
mic.
Nobody's saying he's not
It's
going to
literally one
develop,
game.
brother.
It's one game. Literally, it's one game. Let him develop. This is the
Brother,
first
brother,
time I've
brother,
seen
brother,
him
brother, brother.
help.
Do
Shut
you
up. Let
think
me
he's a,
talk.
do
Let me
you
talk.
think,
Let me
do
talk.
you think,
Let
no,
me
no, no,
talk.
no.
Let
Do
me
you think,
talk.
do you,
Let
no, no, no.
me
You answer this
freaking
question
talk. No, I'm the talk. I'm Anthony. Let me
you're
talk.
feeling
Hold
so
Now, give me a
Again,
important
second.
about
Let me
this
talk. I'm trying to
situation.
talk.
Fellas, the
I'm
I'm
going to answer
trying to
this
audio is
talk.
question for
terrible.
me.
Y'all gotta
one mic,
relax. Y'all gotta
one mic, one
relax.
mic. We can't even
Yeah,
hear
yeah, yeah.
each
No, no,
other.
no. I want him. I'm gonna ask him this question because he seems to be
I'm actually trying
that
to answer
he
you.
thinks that he's gonna.
Hold
If
on.
you
One
think
game.
he's gonna develop, that's fine. I think he's gonna develop as well.
But you just
But
said he
here,
put up a
you answered
sticker.
it. You
Bro,
answer this
it's
question for me. I
one
want you
game.
to answer this
Let
question
him
for me.
play.
Do you think
This is
this
literally his
rookie
first time
season?
playing
Hold on.
healthy.
Answer this
Like,
question for
actually
me. Answer this
healthy.
question for me. Answer this question for me. Do you think that this rookie season is going to be the year where he breaks out and becomes the player that they need him to be?
No! What?
Okay.
Bro,
So
you're like
so
everyone else.
okay.
You're giving him
Okay. So
bias
why are
against
you fight? Why are
nothing.
you fighting what I'm saying? Why are you fighting what I'm
You
saying?
are judging
Oh,
him off
MC
one
respond.
game.
Let MC
This is,
respond.
No, no, no.
bro,
I'm gonna let him.
this is Don't talk
MC,
over
so
me.
why? Hold.
Bro, this is literally his first game healthy after this cardiac arrest. He literally played a whole season coming back from cardiac arrest. No training camp, no nothing at USC. This is his first time actually getting just some
I don't
type of
care about
play,
anybody. Like,
with like full play, healthy
I
from
don't.
college.
But M,
I am not
M,
judging
hold on.
nothing. I just want to give him a
Hold on.
chance to
Hold on.
play.
That deserve a
Hold on, time
guarantee
out. I don't give a
contract
fuck.
too.
Time out. I don't give a damn about who. Like, bro, I'm gonna say this again, bro. Let's make this
I
clear. I
keep that
don't care
same
if you
energy
feel
for
though.
Sharif, bro.
I'm a feel though. If you feel though he can be if he's ready for the NBA or not. I don't care. I feel he can't be. That's irrelevant to the point.
That's your
Point
opinion.
is
I don't
this.
have a problem with
The
that.
point.
I just don't know nothing about Bronny. That's your opinion.
No,
I
no,
don't
But
have a
that's
problem with
you.
that.
no,
Wait, but
the
that's
point.
a
No,
Sharif,
you
that's
you
not the
repping
point.
problem.
That's
this
not the
nigga.
point.
That's a
MC,
you
MC,
problem.
MC. You're getting off the
The
point. The
hell?
point of the matter is this. The point of the matter
Yeah,
is this.
there's nothing to it.
The point is this.
The hell?
That's because he got this contract. My whole thing is this: if you're a LeBron, my whole thing is also hypocritical. I'm gonna get Sean in this soon. Shout out to Sean. If you're LeBron James and you're Bron in a situation, you're doing the same exact thing too. For one, two. Like I said before, this is not just basketball. It's also a business, and also so him being the highest jersey seller in the draft. Hey, hey, business is business, and money is money. So hey, that contract may be justified. Granted, if he may not be ready to play or not, if he can generate money, and you know what I mean for the Lakers, hey, it is what it is. So for three, when it comes to people that he took spots, whatever, I cover. Listen, I look at people. I look at drafts and stuff. You know what I mean. I look at people. You know what I mean. Whatever. I don't do extently like I did this year, but let's be honest though, bro. Nobody gives a fuck about those picks in the draft, bro. Let's be honest. Like nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cared. The only reason why people care now because of Bronny. Let's just be honest. So
Don't lie. I
now,
cared about Patty
nobody
Mills.
care,
That's
bro.
facts, bro. The average second round player
Now,
averages like 2 years in
hold
the
up,
league.
time out. Nobody gives a fuck about that that part of the round picks. Nobody gives a fuck about those picks, bro. Because because I covered the second round last year, and people was clowning me for picks from 35 and 40 and stuff like that. And I was talking about certain players, and Sean can attest to that. I would legit talk about certain players, and people would say, "Oh, you doing too much," or whatever case may be. But now all of a sudden, fast forward because Bronny
Dude,
gets
you don't
drafted
understand.
55th
This man
pick.
had a whole draft night for him, bro. A
I
day
don't give
two,
a fuck
nigga. A
and
day
because they
two.
generate money and they
That's
watched it and they
bullshit.
watched it. It ain't bullshit because it's
That
money.
is
You
bullshit.
know
A
the bitch
day
I'm being
two?
don't be,
That's
but you're
nepotism
being
like a
sensitive.
motherfucker, bro.
Who
A whole
cares?
Ralph, his jersey
decade and
sold
Who
out
cares?
24 hours after he was
don't give a
Why the
drafted. What part of
fuck
that
does
fuck.
don't
that
you
matter,
understand, bro?
bro?
That's
That
Why does
money.
jersey
that
mean
That
How it
means
matter?
nothing to
you
the
matter?
player,
bringing
bro.
money to the team. The
That's
Lakers are
Hey,
about
bullshit.
money, bro. They aren't
hold up.
trying to win.
T killer. Everybody and everybody in the league, everybody in the league and the team is about money to a certain extent too. So let's put that out there too. Hey, Sean, how you feel about this, Sean? Because you understand this. You watch basketball for a long sports for a long time, and you have an understanding on this. Because you see certain things in real time.
Yeah, salute everybody.
Bullshit.
Just I
What
mean,
up, Sean?
yeah, what up, T Killer? Just a couple things real quick. One, um, none of these guys draft themselves, right? These organizations make decisions for different reasons why they're going to draft who they're going to draft. That has always been the case. Now, do some guys lobby to get to certain situations? Absolutely. But ultimately, when it comes time for them to turn in that card and turn in that name, it's the organization that, ultimately makes that decision. Bronny did not draft himself. The Lakers drafted Bronny. And again, his team, his agency, they were a big part of why he ultimately got to the Lakers. Is nepotism involved? Yeah, sure. Is it right? I'm not going to say it's right or wrong. At the end of the day, nepotism can get you in the door, but it may not necessarily keep you in the door. So Bronny's got to prove that he's worthy of a roster spot and, playing in the NBA, long term. Who his dad is won't necessarily, keep that door open for him just because of who his dad is. So, I understand both sides of it, but, ultimately, like, MC Robinson said, Ronnie's a developmental prospect. I think the Lakers understood that. I think he even understands that. Let's just see, what happens. But, he didn't pick himself, y'all. The Lakers did.
Yeah,
As usual, Sean
I feel like
articulates it
y'all
a little
losing.
better than what I was
Y'all
trying to
losing the
say.
point.
Like
I feel
that's
like
what
y'all
I was
losing.
trying to say. Like
I feel like y'all losing
the
the point on what myself what I'm saying. I won't even say Ralph because Ralph is low key ODing with the he's low key ODing about how he feels about Bronny. I do think part of that is just he don't like Bronny or LeBron, but for me personally, my
That's
whole
cap.
point.
I told you I watched his Twitch, bro,
I watch his
for
Twitch too,
years.
but no, my position has nothing at all to do with him getting selected. I even said that it wasn't the worst idea just because of what he could be able to. It's a feel good story. My thing is stop acting as if it's a good thing. It is not a good thing. It's a thing. It's life, like you guys keep saying. But just because it's life, stop acting as if it's right. It's not right. Because there's these opportunities that players like Bronny James was able to capitalize on, like Luke Walton was able to capitalize on. Those are opportunities that other head coaches, other assistant coaches, other players that are coming out of high school, college are more than deserving. Players that's in overseas right now are more than deserving of being able to realize their dream of playing in the NBA on some level, way, shape, or form. And yet they're not able to do so because these players are capitalizing on what their parents, friends, relatives, whoever is allowing them to take advantage of. That is not okay. It's a thing,
All
it's
right, I
life, but it is
catch you
not
now,
okay.
casually.
I
You talking
understand what
about
you're saying
merit.
though. You, well,
You talking
I
about
understand you
merit.
saying about merit, but
Yes.
I'm casual. Now I understand what you're
That's
saying,
a, that's my
and that,
that's my that's my only problem with
and
all
I'm
of
gonna
this.
say,
If you
and I'm gonna say
if you
this,
feel like he deserves to be drafted, that's fine.
and
I think that there's an argument that can be made over him being able to develop while being under his
and
father. But
right,
to
Luke,
say
and
that it's to say that
you
him
tried
getting
a little
drafted
bit
is
casual.
okay
Luke
on
was a better
basis.
college player than Bronny James, bro.
Well, no. I don't think he should have been drafted. I don't think he should have been drafted. I think if anything, they should have gave him an opportunity to be able to grind under the Los Angeles Lakers G League team. But that being said, though, I'm not the maddest at that. I want everybody to understand that there's a
Forget
kid
about
out
that high
there that
school,
now
bro.
has to get it out the mud because he wasn't able to get that position that Bronny was able to get.
But
So that's all.
the thing, casual though, is whether that kid's getting out of the mud or whether they's drafted, the cream always rises to the top.
If you believe that to be so on every on a case to case basis, fair enough. I disagree. I think that there's plenty of players that to this day is still playing in the G League, and they weren't able to realize their dream because of whatever circumstances. And even though
yeah,
they may be better than the next person,
Yeah,
right. And here's the thing too, my fault.
no,
I want
because as you know, Sean, the league waits for nobody. So if you're not ready right now to take advantage of an opportunity, they're just gonna
but
pick the next person.
but here's
well,
the thing about opportunity.
yeah,
Oh,
go ahead. No, go ahead. No, go
I
ahead.
want you to forgive
Go
me.
ahead.
I want, but here's the thing too, though, Cash. Like I understand about the merit thing, but that's just the reality of this life. Period. Like here's and it sucks. And it's certain things it ain't true. When I'm not saying you can't call out in certain situations, but that's just the NBA. Like my whole thing is, you have a problem with that. That's just the NBA. Like all the players, all the coaches, and all the front office we root for has some type of nepotism things where it's unfairly like for example, shout out to Doc Rivers for the career that he has, but that man had no coaching experience at all when he came in. JJ Redick had no coaching experience at all, and he coached in the Los Angeles Lakers, right? How
Mm-hmm.
you think that feel about how you feel? That just and people have listen and listen, if it's right or if it's a bad thing or a good thing, it's going to continue to happen because and also like I say, and sometimes you have things where you know it don't turn out well. You know what I mean? Luckily for Doc Rivers, he's gonna be a Hall of Fame head coach. You know, even though he gets scrutinized as a coach now, but you know what I mean. That's a rare situation. You know what I mean?
But
And,
even
and,
with that,
and
and I agree with you. But even with JJ Redick's situation, we were still the same. We were still the same ones here saying that I don't think he was the one that deserved the job. Why? When is Sam Cassell going to get an opportunity? We were saying that. So it's not like everything is just deemed okay
right.
when everybody else does it. Everybody else pointed out. Everybody else points it out. When Austin Rivers was able to get on the Los Angeles Clippers after stinking it up on the Pelicans,
Right.
we were looking at that, pointing at that, saying that's obviously nepotism. We
But
said
Sam
that.
Cassell could be nepotism too. We go because Sam Cassell
How
been in
can
the
that
league
be
for
nepo?
so long
Like
because he's in the system. He's in the NBA. He was a he bro.
that
You know
does
how many
not
people
mean
he
it's
probably
nepotism.
know?
All right. True.
How?
Because
How?
nepotism is not the
All right.
institution. Nepotism is a person of power that grants an advantage to somebody
You
based
know how many
on
people
them
know?
knowing that person. But
You know how many people
okay,
Sam
Right,
Cassell
based on
know?
relationships.
Sam could and
Hold on,
Sam
In
could
time out.
that
and
in
even
that
and
case,
furthermore
though,
and
true.
further
Let
hold
me
on, time out.
flip
Wait,
it
wait, wait,
because in
wait,
that
wait, true,
case,
true, true, true.
Sam
Wait,
Cassell
wait,
and
wait, true.
talent
Because even furthermore, they give people
booming.
advantages that are not qualified in other circumstances. So Sam Cassell would not fall under
You can be
nepotism
qualified. You can be qualified and still be
Because
nepotism.
Sam
For one.
Cassell has been an assistant
Let me
coach
get him at the
for
gas.
well over half a decade.
But
He's been an assistant coach, and so he's more than
Hey,
qualified than some of these other coaches that's getting first
No,
year
by
opportunities.
your logic, Bill Russell coaching is nepotism, bro. By your logic, and you praise that shit.
You do realize you can be qualified and still be part of nepotism, right? You do
Hey,
realize
How?
Bill
that,
How?
right? Like,
Name
what you mean
a
how?
time. Name a time. Name a time.
Are you serious right now?
Name
Are
a
you trying to
time.
tell me in life?
Name a
Are you talking
time.
about
Name a
life
time. True.
period?
Name a time. True. Because I'm not gonna
Bro,
do this
Russell
with you.
wasn't
Wait,
qualified, True.
All right, bro. All right, bro.
casual. I think that the problem is by decriing nepotism, we can't act like there's opportunities that people get because of who they know, but it doesn't mean they're not qualified for them, thereby making it wrong. Sometimes, okay,
Explain that.
I'll give you an example. Marv, you know who Marv Albert is, right?
Yes.
Okay, Marv Albert, sportscaster. He has sons. Kenny Albert, sportscaster. Kenny Albert is a very good sportscaster. He didn't get the job simply because his dad was Marv Albert. He got the job part because he went to school, he did the work. Now, again, was his dad being who he was, saying, "Hey, you know, my son is looking for an opportunity"? Sure, absolutely. It happens in every single freaking facet of life. The nepotism is often relationship based. The question is the merit. Is the person capable of doing the job? With Bronny, the question is not who his dad is. The question is he capable? Now that he's got this opportunity,
is he qualified?
Is he capable of doing the job? But the problem with draftees, and again, this is where it's slightly different, is most of the time when someone gets drafted, they're not getting drafted for what they do, they're getting drafted for what they're projected to do.
Hey, OG, I got a question for you. So, when he went to Sierra Canyon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was he qualified for that job? Being the starting
No,
lineup?
no.
Because
He averaged
his
14 points a game. He averaged 14
no
points
to
a game.
get
No,
in.
you
No,
talking about
wait,
from his
what you say, True?
Ralph, are you talking about from his freshman year?
Yes.
No. There was too many
Because his
guys
dad
from
sponsorship
top
helped
five
them out a lot
prospects.
to usher him in
No, he was
to
going
start
to be a
lineup.
role player.
My point is exactly nepotism. His dad sponsoring the whole
You
boys
keep
and girls
arguing.
team.
You keep bro. Hold up, Ralph, bro. You keep arguing. Nobody denying nepotism. You're the only one that's arguing like
No one's
that.
no.
Nobody denying it. Nobody denying
Bro,
nepotism,
Right.
bro.
you're gonna be
Brought it
up
up.
all night trying to point out
Right. Yeah.
nepotism.
And I
Like,
think there's a fine line
Nobody's
between
arguing.
and Ralph, remember
it's just the
I think
thing.
there's a fine line between
Like,
nepotism and favoritism.
Yeah,
that's
Sean. I just
fucked up.
wanna. I just because I'm. You sort of confused me for a second. I understand his point in the sense of you can be able to if person A has certain qualifications for the job that he's applying for, and
Sure.
person B may be slightly overqualified, but this person, let's say the manager, person A has a cousin
Mm-hmm.
that is in a relationship with the manager. So the manager looks at that person. I can understand that has partial nepotism in there because he got that advantage because he knows somebody that knows somebody. So I understand that. What I'm saying is we can understand being intelligent folk that was not this, because what happens with the situation that I explained is a person that is qualified, they just needed that extra boost that unfortunately the other person doesn't know. I understand that that's life. What this is a situation of a person that, to be respectful to Bronny has no qualification to get drafted as it stands right now. He should have been in school right now. He should be in school, gearing for his second year. If we're being honest with ourselves. But because he has the jersey sales, that brings him into the room. So that's the one advantage he has, right? Then what took him over the top is, one, he has a father that happens to be one of the greatest of all time. Two, his father, who happens to be one of the greatest of all time, is on the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Lakers weren't going to use that pick for anything of substance. So they figured we might as well bring him in to guarantee that his father stays. Am I wrong in any of the points that I've just made so far?
So
I follow you totally, bro. I'm just
Okay.
saying you named three big advantages.
So I want to clarify something just really quickly. When we talk about the draft, it's not about qualifications, it's about eligibility.
It's no,
Say it again, Joe.
it's about projection. But
Right.
for you to have projection, correct me
Right.
if I'm wrong, you must show some level of proof that you're able of doing such thing, correct?
Right. And again,
Okay, so
and
has he
again,
showed? Did he show that in his years in his 1 year? His 1 year in college.
And again, casual. What you can't assume is that teams that were evaluating him were evaluating based purely on that 1 year. They may have gone back and looked at his high school tape.
But why would you do that for him, but you don't do that for anybody else? That's inconsistent.
I mean, again, depending on again who it is and how much information there is out there about them, you may evaluate other sources than just what they did in college, particularly in his case, or someone, let's say someone didn't play a lot of games in college, right? Again, you go back and you look at other things and say, okay, yeah, they didn't play a lot of games in college, but we saw other things on film, maybe in high school, maybe in AAU.
The only other time I can think of that the NBA scouts doing that, and they verbally explained that they did that, but they mainly went off his college games, which was like very few. Was Kyrie Irving? Was the only exception.
Well, no, they've done it with other guys too. They've done it. They did it with James Wiseman.
Who's the guy they missed though?
They
Jennings.
right.
James, no, they didn't do it with James. They didn't do it with James Wiseman. They said the game. They said I think it was, what was it, 2 or 3 games? Is it the 2 or 3?
They only played 3 games.
Yeah, they said the 2 or 3 games that he played, especially because remember they were talking about how top heavy that draft was. That was LaMelo, Anthony Edwards, and him. They said between those 3, they saw all they need to see between those 3 games.
Right, which again, but they still, they don't just watch those 3 games casual. They look at other things, right? That's what I'm saying. Again, part of evaluation is you get as much information on a player as possible, whatever it takes. And make that evaluation. That's the nature of it. So again, I don't know what the Lakers looked at. I'm just telling you from an evaluation perspective, they tend to look at a lot more than just what you did in college. They do want to, especially if you play more games in another area. Again, a lot of times it's when a scout is watching a guy, he's saying, hey, I see this, he needs to work on this. If he puts in this work, if he does this, if he does that, he can be a quality player at this level. And that's in any sport, right? They do it in every single sport.
But do you think that they just real question, like no semantics, none of that? Do you think that from what he did in high school and then he proceeded to do in college, do you think that anything within film they looked at and told them that he was more qualified than, you know what, I'll do you one better.
Yeah,
I'll get you.
I need names, casual, because I just don't know who jogging to.
When they come to drafting, we know
What is it?
qualification don't
58
matter when it
picks.
comes
He
to
was
drafting.
55.
But the problem when we talk about drafting, qualification don't matter, because let's not act like when we be looking at drafts, people don't be falling or don't get drafted because of other reasons that don't have nothing to do with the skill of what they do. So like qualification don't matter in drafting.
And I want to say this.
You're making a big money bet on someone, right?
I want to say this casual, and I'm going to use another sport as an example. You know who Bill Parcells is?
Absolutely not. Anything outside of basketball.
Football coach.
You got me on that. You got me on that.
Bill Parcells. Bill Parcells is a longtime football coach, considered one of the best coaches of his generation. So when they would draft guys to whatever team he was, he would say, for example, with a quarterback, he would not want a quarterback with less than 2 years of college starts. Okay. He would not draft a quarterback who only started 1 year in college. Why? Because in his view, that wasn't enough film to evaluate that quarterback fully in college with starts. So every team has different metrics that they use in terms of what they're expecting. I used him as an example because I know he's talked openly about that, right? They want to, if they're going to draft a running back, they want somebody with a certain number of carries because they want to be able to evaluate their film fully. If you had limited carries, they may not draft you.
Do you agree that with the advent of like internet and the connectability of the footage that they can scout way more like amount of talent than they could back in the day by like guy go down there, put eyes on a kid and whatnot versus like there is some element of internet scouting and whatnot where you could kind of hone in on certain players maybe you'd like more than others.
Yeah, I mean, sure, Mike. I mean, yeah, you do that, but also, I mean, again and again, every scouting department is set up differently. So a lot of times when they're submitting scouting reports on guys, and the front office starts doing their evaluation on scouting reports and having conversations with their different scouts, oftentimes they are saying, "Hey, yeah, I saw this kid in person," or "No, I've watched this amount of film." It probably is a combination of all of those things. I think.
Oh yeah, you want to see the kid, right? You
Yeah,
want
but
to see
also,
the
yeah,
kid in person and
yeah,
everything, yeah.
right. And you also want to talk to people who've been around the player, so you get a sense of
Oh yeah.
not what they are as a player, but how are they are off the court, how are they as a person, how do they treat,
Former coaches,
yeah,
family,
how,
whatnot, you
how
know
do
what I
they treat,
mean? Yeah.
yeah, how do they treat the athletic trainers, how do they interact with folks? So you want to get a sense of all of that. That's part of the whole evaluation.
I found two credible people.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah Crawford. He is a forward that played for Louisiana Tech. He was going on his fourth year. Unfortunately, I think his problem is he's too late. Like those late bloomers. They're not necessarily high on drafting people that's out of their 21. Like anything over 21, they sort of view as whoever they are at that point. That's who they're going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Versus a player like Bronny who's 18, 19. You can
Mm-hmm.
sort of like you haven't seen the best of them yet.
Right.
But even for him,
No,
he was coming off of a season where he was averaging 16, 6, and 3, 2 blocks, 2 steals on 48, 41, 73 splits.
Mm-hmm. He entered the draft this year.
He entered the draft this year. This is a 6'6", this is a 6'6" guard forward.
Okay.
And then also Jalen Bridges, who played for Baylor this past year.
Right.
He transferred the year prior, and so he missed the season. And so I think that's the reason that held him back. But he averaged 12, 5, 2, 12, 5, and 2 on 46, 41, 82 splits.
Mm-hmm.
And is a 6'9" forward.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been talking about how the Lakers could have used some athletic wings.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
So all I'm saying is, and I could dive deeper because so far, from what I've searched, there's about like 22 kids that they getting the opportunities as it stands right now going into the summer league.
Right.
Isaiah Crawford got his opportunity from Sacramento Kings. Shout out to him.
Right.
Justin Edwards from Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
He just got his opportunity for Philadelphia. He's going to the summer league. So some of these kids are getting that opportunity, but I'm just saying these are players that you can, if you're the Lakers, the same way you're giving Bronny James grace, as you're saying, let's follow your lead, and saying they probably did look at his high school highlights and blended it with what they saw from this college, and said that give him a few times to get further away from the cardiac arrest situation that he dealt with, and he can be able to develop. The same way they gave him grace, they could have also looked at these kids, you know what I'm saying, and gave them the same grace as well, because they have a bigger bit of evidence on a bigger stage.
Right. But
no,
That's what I'm saying.
straight up though, the Lakers don't have the staff to develop Bronny at the moment. They'd have to build a whole
That's a good ass
system
point too.
and
That's a good ass point.
start to like hire people wanted to actually have the repertoire and ability to develop that aren't enticed by other teams to go there, right? Everyone wants to develop right now. Based on the CBA, development just became premium ability. And if you have coaches that can really push that element, then you're looking at a different situation with certain picks that you make and the chances of them hitting and popping, right? So,
Hmm.
like, the Lakers don't have the personnel at the moment to really make their draft picks pop from a development standpoint. Hence, why they've always kind of traded them away on more value in that. But the CBA's kind of changed things around where they have to kind of really pay attention to that system now. But even as Bronny, as their kind of architect prototype in a sense of where they want to push his development and start to hire people maybe to help him piece at a time. It's
What was the
still
grace for Zaire Wade
it's
though?
still years. It's still years in a
They just
process,
straight
right?
call him trash in summer league and all that. But just because it's LeBron James attached
But
to his son,
even with that,
this
but
is
even with
nasty. You
but
was
hold
one of
up,
the ones,
you
bro. You
time
ain't
out.
had
But
the
even
same
with that,
energy for
but
Wade's
even
son
with that,
or Shaq's son.
hey,
You just
salute.
called them
But even
straight
with that,
trash, bro.
be
You're
be but
nasty.
even with but even with that though, first of all, you arguing points that nobody's arguing. I already said that
Yeah, of course
Bronny
y'all
is
not
not an
gonna argue it
NBA
when y'all
player.
in the
No, I think he's
I've
proving my
already
point though,
argued.
No,
because that's a
no,
bad
yeah.
No,
thing.
but here's the thing. But even when if yeah, it wasn't getting the same type of attention because like it is with. Here's
it,
the thing too though. People also draft because of also business decisions and things of that nature. Also, like I said
now
before,
go back to the point
qualifications.
I said, bro. Y'all not keeping that same
What
energy
about
because
the
y'all call
way?
him
By the
trash.
way,
Yes, y'all straight call him trash. Summer league, one game,
Don't say
it
y'all
was
because
all in
they didn't
all.
say
I don't
that.
know what you. I don't, I'm not
What?
arguing the point you're arguing. Like,
But
bro, like I'm not
You,
even.
you,
soon as
you,
people say
you,
Bronny's
you,
name,
you
oh,
know,
you died for his dad, this
you,
and that, and the
you
third.
know, you know,
But
you
they
know the
don't say
difference.
nothing about the Wade son when y'all just
Hold on,
called
hold
that
on.
dude
Sean
You
trying to
trash.
respond to your question. Sean about to
know,
respond to your
you
question.
know the difference. You know the difference, Ralph. Dwayne Wade was no longer in the league.
It
What
had
is
to
it
be
for?
though. Why can't we just have
I
his
just want
son
people to
develop?
understand that what's
Well,
going on is not a
well,
good thing.
well
We just have
I'm
to
not.
also accept that it's part of
I mean,
life.
well,
To
I
be
mean,
completely
and again,
honest.
because again, this is very much an outlier, right? For a player currently in the league to have a son
Have
old
this
enough,
level of leverage to do
yeah,
so. Yeah.
well, and have a son
Yeah,
old
you can
enough
play for the
to
league.
play
It's
in
a
the league.
little
Because
different. You ain't gonna see this anytime
yeah,
soon.
right, yeah. I mean, and again, this is not
Hopefully
a
don't see it again.
well. I mean,
How
again,
much money do you think they're gonna
Hold
make
on,
off
hold on.
like
Let Sean finish.
yeah,
Let Sean finish, bro.
like
yeah.
Let Sean
So
finish.
one,
it's not
two,
a
3 years of
Hold on,
Bronny
hold on,
and
Mike.
Braun
Mike, hold up.
Hold on,
versus
Mike.
draft?
Mike. So, the OG
Hold
talking,
on.
man. We got to give him
no,
ultra respect.
yeah, no, y'all fine, but no, it's again, this is just a very unique situation, right? Because again, most of these guys don't start having children till sometimes a little bit later on. Some of them may have, teenage, babies or whatever, but this is a very unique situation that we don't generally see this in sports. And again, I'm not because casual. I understand your point. I'm not
Mm.
disputing that LeBron didn't have some level of influence on it, right? If you and I've had conversations with guys who scout and all this other stuff. A lot of them said he shouldn't have been drafted. They said he shouldn't have been drafted. They said he should have gone back to school. He needed more time to develop, but
Yeah.
he was eligible for the draft, which is all that matters. He was eligible, and a team decided they were going to draft him when they drafted him, which is what the Lakers did. Now, Mike was making a good point about the Lakers' development abilities. They are not an organization that largely develops. That's not their MO. So when I think True, you and I were on the stream, we were talking about it before that there were other places we thought he could have gone if he were going to be drafted that would be better for his overall development. That has been my big question from the moment he's been drafted. Is this the best situation for him to develop and for his career long term? I don't know.
Facts, facts.
History, I don't know.
I mean, and and that's the thing too. But like, I mean, And like you said, it's effed up. I mean, like I said, it's effed up. But the difference between Bronny is not no listen. We understand that Bronny ain't NBA ready. You can say other guys that casual name that would probably could have been drafted over Bronny. But that listen, it is also a business too. Unfortunately, like it's a business, and we see it even with higher talented players in the NBA all the time, where we see people get um it be unfair in situations when it comes to somebody getting a contract or whatever. Some people getting an All Star or NBA selection because of popularity. Sometimes that's just the reality of the situation. You know what I
Well,
mean?
that always been
Unfortunately,
popularity contest,
no,
always.
but I'm just saying, just unfortunately, when it comes to the going back to Sean point, maybe the favoritism, whatever the case may be. When Bronny got drafted and his jersey sold out, like, and
We
you
gonna
know
have
what
to
I
get
mean? I
numbers on
mean,
that because people can't just be throwing that shit around, bro.
come on, bro.
No,
Like nobody
is
gonna lie
need
about
of
that, bro.
money an important kind of point in all of this, where Jeannie Buss's only income is the Lakers, where she
Hmm.
That's also
needs
not
that
true,
type of
bro.
money?
Y'all gotta
Yeah,
stop
but here's
saying
the thing,
that
John,
shit.
Uh,
too. But the thing's not too. I mean, Rich Paul, his agent gave him that kind. Listen, listen. End of the day, Bronny is not doing this stuff by his. Listen, and you can. And Rich Paul is. I mean, hey, like he worked his magic and hey, negotiated that
Hey,
deal.
Magic, he ain't had to work no magic, man. All he got, man, look
Hey,
my client list, man.
I mean, listen. At the end of
no,
the
but
day,
isn't it part of it that wants that money from Bronny and Braun and that whole TV games, whatnot, right? Obviously, they're gonna put them on TV, national
we'll wait.
and
Well, we'll wait and
whatnot.
They
see.
were gonna be on. They were gonna be on TV like regardless. So like that I don't think to be quite honest with you, the Lakers making bank just about regardless. I think that if this has like if we were able to like cut a piece of pie and give this to like credit to like a specific reason, I think this has more to do with the storyline than it does
But
about the money, because I think money wise they were going to be good regardless, but I think more than anything they know what the storyline implications are for not just them but also for LeBron, and they wanted
Well,
LeBron to
people,
make to resign.
yeah, people know LeBron is getting older, so how do they still keep engaged with the storyline? And obviously, his son is obviously a new element to it and a new dynamic
That's
that
the part
will
I
a
don't think
lot of
they
the
I don't
fans, right?
That's the part I don't think that they truly thought that through, bro. I don't think they really thought. I don't think the Lakers truly have a way that they're going to be able to maximize, this storyline, because especially like the contract that Bronny just signed and the contract that LeBron just signed, unless LeBron intends on extending himself like an extra year or two, he's probably going to retire before Bronny James' career, before that contract is up. So there's going to be a year or two where we're going to have to see Bronny James have to get it on his own. LeBron's not going to be there anymore. And so when that happens, the Lakers are going to have you got to figure out how to make this snap. You better hope to God that Bronny James develops in between this next 2 to 3 years to be a semi a semi like positive on the court, because as it stands
Yeah,
right now, this move has storyline written all over it. You just wanted to get
mm,
LeBron to sign that contract. You wanted to be able to say, "Hey, LeBron, we got your kid here. Here, sign back with us." That's what this got written all over it.
yeah,
But once
yeah.
LeBron is gone, you're gonna have to figure out. You're gonna have to hope to God that Bronny James gives you a reason to re-up him. Otherwise, this draft, this drafting not necessarily looks bad on you in the public sense, like as it stands, like when that happens,
Mm,
because nobody truly cares about a second round 55th overall pick to True's point. But what it has to do as far as a business sense on what everybody views you as far as like your competency on making smart business moves. Oh no, they're gonna big stars are gonna be looking at them with laughing emojis for the next few years.
yeah,
I
yeah.
promise you. I promise you.
But here's the thing
No
about
one's
that.
gonna
About
put
that.
their career in Rob Palinka's hands to kind of
Yes.
manage 10
Yes.
years.
Yes,
And
nobody's going to be
he's
looking
not
at Jeannie Buss.
trustable. He's not trustable.
Yeah, nobody's
Yeah,
going to be
I
looking at
understand
Jeannie Buss or Rob Pelinka with any type of real like professionalism. You're gonna be
Yeah,
looking
but
at
that.
them like they're
Confidence
people,
a
that they're
joke.
gonna
but hold
like
up.
take
But
their
here's the
yeah.
here's the thing. People were already looking up that anyway before they took Bronny though. So that's my point. Is it doesn't even matter. They was already I've already was saying this before even Bronny was
If
even
you're a
Yeah,
front
selected.
office, you don't follow with that logic. True. What are we talking about here? If
I
you're
made a
if you're
point,
Rob
bro.
Pelinka, you want them to take you serious.
But here's the thing: people wasn't taking them serious. People wasn't taking them serious regardless, though. So it's like them picking Bronny didn't change the fact, though. They
But
people was
you
they
picking,
not
but you want them to take you serious, so you making this move,
they.
not really
You
thinking
think
10 steps
players?
ahead.
You think players? First of
Yes,
all,
because they did the same. They did the
name
same
me.
thing
Wait,
when
listen,
they
listen,
drafted
listen,
Lonzo Ball. They did the same thing.
listen. Hey, listen. You think players? You honestly think players or coaches from office really care about Bronny getting drafted? You
True,
honestly think that?
true. If
You
we're
honestly think
talking
that?
about how
'Cause
this, we're talking.
I
no.
know.
True,
Because
true,
I
true, true,
know.
true, true. True. We're talking about in a sense of when if this does not pan out, they already view Rob Pelinka as a joke. If this does not pan out, and you literally you sold
It
your
wasn't going
soul
to pan
for
out.
the
What?
sake of a
So you
storyline,
Bronny?
they're gonna
No,
look at
pan
you
out.
as even
What
more
the?
of a joke.
I keep
What
saying
is
they
it? What
wasn't
pan?
taking us
Hold up,
serious, but
time out. What is the pan out or what? Like Bronny? Okay, we can criticize if Bronny can't
Him
develop.
developing over the next 2 to 3 years.
Okay,
It's
but
all the
like I
big
said
talk.
before,
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
well,
the
but
talk
it's
around
all
Bronny.
yes, yes.
okay, but no,
Be
I'm.
less about
That's one
Bronny,
thing.
but the talk expectations, what they're been saying that he's kind of this and that, and then people just don't see it. They just don't.
if
They're like,
Man,
"Why
listen.
you
if they
Hey,
lying
ain't
to
listen.
us?
if they ain't
Why
take us
you
serious,
lying?"
Hey,
they wouldn't take us as a threat, and they wouldn't get one. That's why they don't want to give us players,
the
bro. They
point.
always
The
still
And
view
then
point
us
even
is
as a
and
threat,
then
though.
and then
Like, what we
what
talking
makes it
about? They
even
take us
worse
serious.
and then what makes it even worse is the Lakers franchise
you
that as
missing the point, Ralph.
themselves,
I'm not. It's
they were
not even
trying.
about like you missing
It's
the
not
point.
no point
Yeah.
missing. You're
You
talking
missing
about
no
they're not
Well,
point. It's
taking
the
not
us
a
serious.
Lakers,
shot. It's not a shot. I'm just going off what I don't care
That's
what
not
other
fact, though.
franchises. I didn't say what franchises think. I said the fans, the people, whatever, looked at them as a not a serious franchise anyway. I don't.
but that's
Listen, I
not a
don't
good
care.
thing. That's not a
But
good
that's
thing. And
not
even
factual,
furthermore,
it's
though.
not.
No,
It
that's
say, but the
factual.
What
no,
point is,
that's
Yeah, that's
factual. That's
Listen,
factual.
factual. That's
time out.
factual.
It's not.
from
Listen,
the
Rob,
fans
I don't
into the
listen. I
stand,
don't. I'm just
bro.
going
Y'all
off what
scared of
people.
us of getting players. That's why
Bro,
y'all they
bro,
don't
bro,
trade
The
bro,
with us.
Lakers
Like,
bro.
what we
have been a
talking
joke
about?
We
for a
don't
while
trade,
now. Yeah.
Fans don't
Yeah.
trade, Fans don't trade players, bro. Like fans don't trade. If you're talking, I don't know what front office think about the Lakers, bro. I don't know. Like I don't really don't know, but I do know this though. And we can and listen, they're going to get criticized if they can't develop. They don't put Bronny in the right situations, whatever the case may be. That will be talked about. Well, I do know this though. They don't care that he did get drafted because let's be real. Like I mean,
I know fans are scared every time
What
trade
what what
deadline
what
happen,
what
though.
what was
I can tell you
Clay
for a fact.
did Clay sign a contract to the Lakers? Did Paul George
because
even
for
consider the
time
Lakers?
first of all, Paul. I mean, first of all, they went to better situations. That had nothing to do with Bronny. If they drafted Bronny and Lakers in a better
Clay
situation,
coming to the Lakers would have been a better situation.
I mean, I don't know about that, bro.
Nah,
You're not gonna tell me that. You're not gonna tell me a Mavericks team
regardless of the
like
point. I'm nigga. The Clay going to the Lakers actually would have been the perfect fit. But
Perfect, perfect.
but that's not the point. That's not the point. That's not the point. The what I'm saying is they didn't Clay or Paul George didn't view them as like real suitors in the first place, and
You
that was
can't
with
offer
the
that Paul
Lakers.
George them no money.
Oh, you think
With the hold on, true. That was with the Lakers offering Clay the more money than Dallas or Golden State were
that's a
willing to
legend.
offer
I
him.
don't. First of all, that I don't even believe that's true. I don't even believe that. I don't even believe that offer for one.
Yeah,
I don't believe that offer.
yeah.
Uh,
If reports are true, casual, they did not offer him that.
was it not 3 years, 80?
No, it wouldn't. They
Oh,
couldn't offer. They couldn't offer 3 years. They
four.
had
It
to
was a
be 4 years.
4 year. It was a 4 year.
4 years.
It was a 4 year,
Was
and
it?
that wasn't even a true real
4 year,
offer. That
4
wasn't even a real
but
offer.
4 year wasn't 4 year 80 what he was looking for in the first place
No, when
from
he
Golden State. He wasn't
no
looking for 4
It was
years.
4
That was months
years, 80
ago. That was months
something,
ago. That
though.
was
It
last
was
year. That
20
was like
something
last year.
average,
last
though,
year he
for
was looking to
sure.
do an extension. He wanted more years. It wasn't about the money. He wanted more years, and they were willing to give him sign him up for it. They wanted to align his deal with Steph's and with Steve Kerr's, and he wanted more years in Golden State. So that's why things went where they went ultimately, and other reasons as well. But the Dallas deal, the Dallas situation was more real than the Lakers situation.
The Clipper. Now I go with this. The Clipper situation was more
No,
real than the
Clay
Lakers
just
situation.
didn't want to play with
Hold on.
Braun, for
The
Oh
Clipper.
sure.
It's
yeah,
not even
I
about that,
think
bro.
I don't think
The
Clay
Clipper
didn't want to play with
situation was
Bron, but
more.
I think Dallas situation just
Dallas is
seemed
a
more
better
appealing.
situation. It's just a better situation. It's
Not
like
not not necessarily from a
Yeah,
team,
maybe
not
with the
necessarily from a team
Lakers, but
construction
Braun is
construction.
included with the
But no, I mean,
Lakers,
casual.
right?
They just went to the finals. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
like you
Clay,
gotta look.
Clay's play style actually would been, especially under. Well, we'll see because JJ Redick is there now, so I don't know
well,
That's
anymore.
the
well,
other
You
thing
know,
too.
we don't
That's
know
one of the reasons
anymore.
why.
Yeah, never mind.
and,
Never
and
mind.
also, and keep in mind when you bring in somebody like Clay, what you do oftentimes is you pull sets that they ran when wherever that player was, and you put that in your offense. So regardless of where he went, you're gonna see them run things in Dallas that they ran for him in Golden State.
Right. And you playing with Luca
I
and
would hope
Kyrie. You
I
playing
would
with Luca.
That is
I would hope that they would do such.
that is
Unfortunate, I've seen it happen before. I don't know if because Jason didn't do it with Kyrie.
well again. What sets were they running for
They're running
Kyrie?
ISO, bro. Just ISO.
He didn't
No,
really.
straight
Yeah,
up.
I don't. Well, no, I don't think
He
they were
kind
running.
of
They
really.
weren't
He
running. They
kind of
weren't
really had
running
to do
somebody.
it.
So
Hold on, time
All
out.
they
They
was
did.
running
Hold on.
2-man
We got to give
punch.
Jason Kidd credit. We had to give Jason Kidd credit because he did adapt with the players that they got. He did adapt and change.
Right.
That offense did change.
he did.
So
No,
I
no,
have
that
to.
offense. That offense did not change. Defensively, they changed because they had more athletic bigs. So they changed. They changed that, and they started to scheme more to drag the opposer to the rim so that Daniel Gafford and PJ
I mean,
Washington would be able
they
to
started
attack
playing
them.
way more fast.
But
They started playing faster. They started playing faster. But
yeah,
like
but
the point, but that
that
goes
happens
in.
when you start forcing them to the
But
rim, right?
here's the thing though. But that being said too, like which that fits in Klay Thompson play style off the you know what I mean off the fast back threes and things of that nature. You know, keeping it like that kind of plays in Klay Thompson's skill set or what he does, especially on the Warriors. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, but I just think, be honest with you, just like regardless of like that, like how they view that Laker franchise off that Bronny pick, I think it's like that's not even like because like, oh man, they pick like nah, like you had questions about the franchise before that, so it's like I don't know. The only like, listen, I'm just being like I don't think people like even the NBA people in the NBA don't even have. That's why like you don't see a lot of people in the NBA or players or coaches gonna call this out because they did you're gonna open a lot of worms at you and that's why I said before and I said this earlier. If you have a problem with this Bronny move, well, you probably have a problem with the whole NBA then because that's how the
Bro,
NBA
you
is.
gotta stop saying
Simple as
that
that.
shit, bro. You are just
I'm
literally
telling you
cap.
what it is.
You
I'm
lied
just telling
about
you what
Yo,
it is.
Jason
true.
Kidd, bro.
I have a problem with that.
I'll give
But
you
I
examples.
actually do have a problem with the
I'll
whole
give you
entire with this just
but,
society. Period.
and that's
Just
fair with
society.
I'm fair with
Period.
that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, listen,
Stop talking
I'll
about
give you
real
this.
life and basketball, bro.
Shout out Joe Mazzulla. Shout out Joe Mazzulla. And Joe Mazzulla had experience as a head coach. But let's not act like there wasn't. Well, here's the thing. Brad Stevens was even Brad Stevens when that Amendola situation happened. The Soldiers owner Wick Grossbeck asked Brad Stevens to go back and coach, right? And it was other coaches available at the time, Frank Vogel. It was other way more experienced coaches out there than Joe Mazzulla, right? But guess what? Joe Mazzulla, connection with Brad Stevens, is already on the franchise, got the opportunity. You know what I
That's not
mean?
nepotism. You
I'll give
already
you a
know
step
how
further.
the
I'll get
things
hold on,
run
time.
around there, bro.
I'll give you a step further. I'll give you a step further, right? Amendola, right? very high experienced head coach though. But one of the reasons how he got there because of his connections with Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. His experience with them in the FIBA Cup. You know what I mean? When he was assistant coach of the FIBA Cup. You know what I mean? And they got close. You can use that as a
You
form of
can't.
nepotism of
No, you cannot,
connections and
bro.
things of that nature. Yeah,
I
yes,
feel
it
like
is. I'm
No,
just trying to give you
you
niggas
throwing
at the wall
the
trying to
degree,
say
you throwing
No,
nepotism
True's
it's
into
not
making
a
a fair
multiple
degree.
point.
situations,
Like
low
that is
key.
It's not a
bullshit.
degree because the point is this
he's
though.
making a fair point. Yeah.
No, it's
Just because you maybe just because like you can have the qualifications and still use nepotism as help, bro. I've seen it all the time, bro. Like
But no, 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 no,
I've
no.
seen it all the time.
The
Like
problem I'm having with you, you're using nepotism, you're using the word nepotism, and you're just applying it to any situation, not just
right.
removing the context of the degree that it takes for you to involve nepotism. You involving Joe Mazzulla, who has experience, he just needs an opportunity. That is not the same degree of nepotism as what we're pointing out when we talk about a
every
player
degree is
like.
different.
Oh,
Every degree is different.
okay. So
But
every time that we see an act of nepotism, does not mean we need to look at it and say, "Oh, see nepotism." That you know what I'm saying, that can't be associated. That's why you can't associate it with this situation. No, that can be nepotism, but the degree that it took for you to involve favoritism or you to involve the fact that I know this person personally, that is not the same as this situation where Bronny James got selected solely because his father happens to be the greatest of all time and he plays on the Lakers. Those are two completely different
okay.
Like he
degrees. So
talking
stop
about
saying. So
Eva
stop
Doka.
saying.
But here's the thing. But it's still
Stop bringing up these situations where these people are getting hired because they're qualified and because they know the person personally or they
Right,
have
right.
close
Eva
relationships.
Doka been at the
Those are
but
Grammy
the
not the
for
point
like
is
same
how long?
things.
the
That's
point
not
is though you
nepotism, bro.
mentioned but you mentioned qualifications. So when you
Yes,
mention qualifications,
if you're not
but
qualified
Brian,
at all.
but here's the
If
thing
you're
about
not
Bronny.
qualified at all.
Being drafted, you don't need qualifications to be drafted, bro. I'm sorry to tell you that you don't need qualifications to be
What?
drafted. Like you don't. You
What?
don't. You
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, that's
You don't.
crazy. That's
You
crazy
You
as
know what?
don't.
All
hell.
right, yeah, we
You
just
don't
start
need me.
there. That's
So
fine. Okay.
then why Ben
No,
Wallace didn't
True's
get drafted
speaking
then?
facts there.
Then why didn't Ben did Ben Wallace had
Because Ben
qualifications
Wallace
and why he
pissed
didn't get
niggas
drafted
off.
then?
That's why he didn't get drafted.
Why did Ben Wallace? What were the qualifications for Ben Wallace? He didn't get
Ben
drafted.
Wallace wasn't qualified at the time. It took him like
All right,
didn't it
well
take him like
we can move
4 years
on.
No,
before
you
he
can
was
see
That's
like
that's dumb as
one
hell.
You're
pickup
just
That's
saying
game
dumb.
and
anything.
kind of
Go watch his
know
interview on
where
when
a
he
guy's
graduated.
at.
See how
And
get
you know what
He's
I
crazy
mean?
nasty as
Like,
hell,
and
bro.
say that.
I think the
You see,
problem.
see how
I think the
crazy it
issue.
is.
I think the issue is using the term qualified. I don't think it's not about qualifications, right?
it's what you see. Yeah, yeah.
It's are you eligible, and does a team see something in you to say, hey, if you're available when you're up, we're going to
Yo,
draft
Tracy,
you.
fix your mic.
We're taking that bet. Yeah, yeah.
Love Tracy too, man. You Tracy chilling out here.
What's wrong with my mic?
Nah, it was. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know who.
I was
Yeah, I don't know
pushing.
whose mic that was.
Yeah, so
Well,
it's
I'm
just
just. I,
it's just I think the term qualifications is the problem because that's very subjective, right?
Qualified
what
is
is the
not.
qualification?
No, no, no,
What
no,
is the
no.
qualification?
Qualified is based on qualifications based on factual evidence of experience or being or excelling in the field that you're applying for. Like those are things that you can literally see on paper. It's statistical. It can be statistical. It can also be visual evidence. Like if I
Man,
come
that's
to you,
made up.
like we had it, you know
Hmm.
what's funny? And I'm not going to explore this true because like obviously like it's our personal information. But when we were talking on the call and we were talking about the sponsorships and shit, and we're talking about
Right.
what is required of you when if you're coming to somebody and you're saying, hey, I can do this sponsorship or I can do this commercial for you, but for us to do this sponsorship or commercial, it's going to be 1,000 per person. For us to actually go to those people and say that, we have to show that we're qualified to demand that amount of money. So we have to
Right.
show our evidence prior commercials that we've done before. We have to show the money that the revenue that we brought in for that respective company that we've done for before. We have to show that evidence so that we can show we're qualified to be able to demand that amount of money. So when I say qualification, no, I'm not saying no, he ain't did it long enough or not, or they didn't watch highlights or anything like that. I'm saying things that you can look at that are
The
factual
stats ain't
evidence that you can go
statting.
back
Just
and
say
look
it.
at it.
Them
Yeah,
stats ain't
That's
statting.
qualifications.
but,
But
Ain't
that's
again,
all
but
that.
again,
But all that be subjective at the end of the day. When you come to
That is
draft,
well.
it's
not
always gonna be
subjective.
subjective.
That's not
It
subjective.
is gonna be subjective.
You get
It
drafted
is.
off the
It
what are
is.
you talking about?
here's why it's subjective, because you can have two different scouts look at the same player and have a completely different scout report based on what they see. That's why it's subjective, right?
I don't
But
know.
if
And
both of us, but
mindset's
if, no, no, no,
clearly an
no, no,
issue
and I
right
agree.
now
Hold on,
too,
and
right?
I agree with you, Sean. That part can be subjective over watching that person on film. But you and I both know it's not just film that they look at. They also look at what they did statistically, what they did as far as shot charts. When they bring them in to shoot during the draft, the pre-draft combine, they look at their shot chart. They look at their
The
what's the shit
form.
not the form
They do though.
I don't know.
the
When
what
you're
Form.
looking
what
at
is the
raw
wing the
talent, it's not about
not the
Wingspan.
the
wingspan
end result, right?
not the wingspan, Sean. When you jump what's it
Vertical.
called? Your
Vertical.
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 What vertical leap? Yeah.
They look at your vertical. They look at all of that are factual evidence, and
Hand
they
span,
apply
yeah,
that
yeah.
with
Right.
the eye test.
Yeah, and again,
If you're
it,
going by that
but
and you're going by stats, then why did the guy that led the NCAA in college not get drafted first round? Not that he had drafted number one. If you're going by stats,
You didn't say if you just purely go off of stats. We're saying if you go off of
No, it's
stats and
about
the
what
eye
you
test.
see,
you said
right?
that
Like,
you.
Yeah,
From
it's
my
it's
the
point,
also.
from my yeah.
it's again. There's a lot that goes into evaluating a person or a player, right? It's not just what you see on tape, right? Again, there are times where a scout will talk to someone around that player or someone around that team that player is on, and they may get a report on that player that's not all that favorable, all that light. It's like, okay, I know this is a talent, but this is something that may need to be checked out further, right? I don't know if y'all have ever seen the movie Draft Day with Kevin Costner. Not
no,
necessarily.
just betting on a guy like that,
Yeah,
that's no
it's
good.
it's
You're not
it's
going to keep your job betting
it,
on guys that have low character in a sense of what
well
you can rely on
again
regarding their development. Like, you
again
want guys that continue to work and continue to kind of commit to their own game and are kind of serious about their game, right? And you can tell by talking to coaches whether a guy's serious or not about what he does in the gym and how he works and whatnot. And I think building relationships, obviously, where you can trust a coach and what he says, and he's just not glazing a guy just to get him drafted. You know what I mean? Those are kind of the relationships you build when
It's your man.
you're kind of scouting, right?
but it's not even just talking to
I
coaches.
can't
That's the
stand this
point.
nigga
You
Ralph, bro. It's
you you
funny.
you talk to other people around that person.
That's true
I'm just telling
coworkers.
you literally there have been situations where guys have gone back and talked to like high school principals about the player. Hey, was this a guy who ever got in
Yeah,
trouble?
yeah, yeah.
Like
Like all
all that stuff.
coaches and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Well, and I mean, I'm not just talking about coaches. I'm just saying like a scout will literally like that's how deep they want to go. They want to know, is this someone that we have to keep an eye on, or is this someone who all in all is considered a good citizen? All that stuff
Well,
goes
I
That's a
into
know the
change.
Raptors. I know the Raptors track like high school prospects and they use kind of the footage and role type that they play in high school to determine what they can do in the NBA. Like, because they know college is kind of like a selective role. You're playing a system, you might not be able to showcase all your skills, but in high school, there is kind of a like you can see maybe more additional skills in that, and there is value in looking back farther, right? And to see what kind of role they kind of have experience in. And I think that really weighs into a lot of good scouting where if you pay the money, people will look through the tape and whatnot, right? And it's just about spending the dollars, I think, right?
In that sense, yeah, I agree with that to a certain like. That's the thing too about like they gonna go back and look, of course, but that sometimes, like I said, it all depends on. Listen, everybody that drafts and it's not the same. Different viewers and depending on who's, you know what I mean, those decisions are go in place also. Mike, you said how the Raptors do certain things, organizations may do something different. And like for example, the qualifications like Fred Van Fleet and Ben Wallace. I mean, who would I mean, and clearly somebody got it wrong. If you go off of qualifications, clearly somebody know what they're doing.
Yeah. Someone
No,
got
Ben,
those ones
you
wrong,
keep
yeah.
saying Ben, and Ben got into it
I
with
mean,
people, bro. Stop it. His
what you
case is
say?
different, bro. Ben case is
Who?
different, bro.
No, I
Ben
named
Wallace
Fred
case
Van
is
Fleet too.
different.
I named Fred Van Fleet.
No,
You're
no,
Sam
no,
saying
Hauser.
yeah, both those
I
guys,
give you,
yeah.
I give you reason. I give you a newer recent one.
naming
Sam
guys who
Hauser.
never had a name though. They didn't have a
I
name
give
on their
you
own.
no. But here's the point. No, the point of the conversation is qualifications in the draft, and which I don't think that's even a real thing. People draft on who you think can be. Or that's
It
what it
is
is,
though.
right?
Your
It's a
stats is a part of the
favoritism kind of
qualification though.
It's
system, yeah.
not okay. Okay, but bro, I just gave you a recent guy example. Sam Hauser. Sam Hauser is he didn't get drafted, and he's one of the best shooters in the NBA.
And
So
what school
how
he went
that
to?
person
What
right
school
there?
he went to? You know, schools matter too. And what roles you play.
I mean, I
No,
don't. I mean, bro, you see,
money talks,
Like, what are
and
we
Fred
talking
Van
about?
Vliet's making a max
Steph Curry
contract
made
right now.
Davidson
That says
he
a
household
did not
lot,
go.
name.
right?
Of course
That
he's
says
gonna
a
be right
lot
there. When
there.
guys to
He
go to
did not
smaller
go.
schools, bro, you're
He went to
when guys
Virginia. He went to Virginia and Marquette, bro. He went to Virginia and
yeah,
Marquette,
and he
bro.
wasn't showcased a lot either on TV. He
Bro, what are
wasn't a
you talking
feature.
about?
He wasn't a
Yeah,
feature.
like, but that's not the bro. But
That's
bro,
the
it's the
point,
point,
bro.
bro. No, it's
The
not.
whole
You
thing
just
about
making,
college and high school is about showcase. You're
I just
showcasing your
bro,
talent, bro.
bro,
What are we
Sean,
talking
Sean,
about?
Sean, Sean,
Talent
true,
scouts don't
true,
go to
true, and
watch
Sean.
like
I
the
just want to let
features
the
only.
true and Sean. I
They
just want to let
watch
the record
everyone,
show. I
right?
don't agree with anything that Ralph is saying right now. This
no,
is
but
not what my.
because here's the
This is
thing.
not what my
Because no,
argument. I
I
don't
know,
agree with
I'm
anything
not.
he's
I'm
saying right now.
separating it.
If
I'm
you
definitely
never
Okay,
won
separating it.
okay.
six, though,
I'm definitely
you're
separating it. But the
showcasing your
point
talent,
is,
bro.
how is it wasting it, bro? We've seen guys that get small roles. Listen, it's only certain, and although we have to put it out here too, it's 2 rounds in the NBA. It's only a certain amount of pick. Listen, it's times
Hey,
where
not no
we had to
more.
put
Thanks
this
to
in
Bradley
top.
James, we got
Route,
second
can you
day.
please don't complete route? Can I get? Let me finish a point, bro. Please, God, you got to finish. Like I got you. Gotta let me finish a point, bro. Like we calm down, please, because this is relevant. Because although times is too, y'all, we can't forget that like you have we have these sometimes you have these deep drafts where it's only certain like what 60 picks in a draft, right? And the class is so deep, somebody gonna get undrafted. At that we do see that times too though. It's only so many picks for one when it comes through the qualifications. So when you get that, that's why it's like I don't necessarily agree with that because sometimes you know what I mean, that can get it's only certain amount of picks. Also, like when it comes to the school, whatever, players like we've seen people get picked and they be like for example AJ Johnson the funny thing is though Cash was there AJ Johnson from the he got drafted from the NBL. Let's be
Milwaukee.
real, I'm not watching how many people really watching him AJ Johnson and LBL games all the
Watch
way in
out.
Australia.
Watch
No,
out.
no, no,
NBL,
no,
Hey,
I'm not
watch
trying to
out.
be funny. I'm not trying to
Yeah,
be funny, character,
nah,
but that's a
nah. I
relevant
know what
point
you.
though.
Nah, I know
Like,
what you. Nah, I know. Nah, hey, don't
it
disrespect my
that
boy JJ
it,
Johnson. All
it
right.
but the point is because the point is though how many people was really watching him. The point is always like he got people didn't think it was
No,
surprising he
that's why I
got
said.
drafted
That's why I
first
said I
round.
don't. That's why I said I don't. I don't agree with what
So
Ralph is saying because I do think
yeah,
that
that's
there's
why I
some people that
separated.
there's not enough.
Yeah.
There's not enough
no, that
highlights
boy
or
is
not enough
fast. He
games
is
that you could be able to
So
watch.
fast.
the point, but the thing is, but going
See,
back to the
y'all not
qualification
saying what I'm
point,
saying though.
now that being going back to casual point too. Now that being said, now if you want to say it should be qualification for a draft, that's a whole nother argument. Then that's the whole A. And that with that being said too, though, I think certain organizations may do some front office. If you're in the front office and you're a GM, you may have that point. You may have a, hey, I need if I want to draft somebody, they got these certain qualifications as a selector. Maybe some GMs think that, you know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna act like I never heard that before qualifications, but it's just, you know what I mean. People pick certain players for certain different reasons, you know what I mean. We see all this, you know what I mean? We see it all the time, you know what I mean.
No, if
Whereas,
you're gonna invest in a guy, you got to know that he's certain things that you can rely on, right? And
right,
betting on that reliability is your job, right?
yeah. Cause I'll tell you this right now. Cause shoot, if it was a thing, if everybody had a thing about qualification, like not everybody had the same qualifications, but it was like, hey, you need a certain, okay, you need to build a qualification system. Then draft be looking totally different. If that was the case, in my opinion, if you did that, then drafts period
I think
in all sports would look totally different.
I
No
want to
teams
ask
helping
you.
other teams with a fucking like outline of what they should look out for and stuff. That's
Yeah,
built up, I think, through different managements and like obviously Brad Stevens is a great coach and understands like the interconnectedness of a team and how to kind of build it out based on skills and kind of insulating those skills with other players that can kind of play certain roles. And I think developing into those roles, you kind of have to have a system that can kind of translate talent into roles, and it's a lot of different moving pieces, but ultimately you're really looking for the fact of trying to get talent out of nowhere. Basically every team gets 2 picks each year and you got to make the most of that, right?
so I'm gonna get more than that though. So that's just the
I
Well,
think
crazy part.
well,
I
you're
I
You
given
do want
talking
two
about yeah,
to.
you
picks.
feel you. I
Yeah.
True.
see, I feel your point. Yeah,
True, but to when I say I want like I don't like this that ideology just like like I mean systemically. I think like from the top on downward, I think things need to change. Things need to be more viewed as who's qualified for the job that they're applying for. I mean for that for life. I mean for that for sports, and I think it trickles all the way down to what we had originally. That for some reason they shifted it to high school. You can get drafted out of high school, and then they adjusted it to where you only got to go to college for 1 year. But this
No,
one
that's
year
on the
shit
GMs though.
is not
That's their
allowing these. Is not.
livelihood. They're
Hold on.
betting
Wait
hold
a
on,
with
minute.
their
But
Mac
wait a
G,
minute,
life.
brother. Wait a
Mac G,
minute,
hold on,
bro.
Mac G, hold on, Mac G.
These kids are coming into the draft and they're not ready. Like even some
Right,
of the best talent that's coming into the league, they're not fully like developed because they coming out like raw as shit. Like tell
Yeah.
me that to be quite honest with you, the best players that we can point out, like some of the best players that's come out over the last decade, the majority of them were in school for 2 or more years. Damian Lillard, Stephen Curry, like well, Stephen Curry was 2009. Damian
that's
Lillard,
a lot.
uh,
That's
a
still
player
wild
like
though.
say it again.
That's still wild.
Yo,
I'm
well,
following.
yeah, but no, but I'm saying that because the last time that we had kids that was in school for like 4 years were able to pan out was like Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, like these kids are like 2013, 2014.
Yeah,
Since then, it's been basically get it while you can. So these kids are coming in, they're going all out their first year, and then or in Ben Simmons' case, you got it like that from your first year onward. And so, and then you'll get drafted, and then you can just you can smooth sail. There's no need for them to like really put in effort versus
The
back in the day
money's
when
like
them kids
that
had
though.
to,
Yeah,
when them
yeah.
kids, no, the money is like that. I agree with that. But still being said though, that's why it should be adjusted. When you adjusting as things are fluid, like money coming in for your business, you change things systemically so that you don't have to deal with problems, right? Like
right.
when we get more money, we start adjusting it to where you have to come to work for you to actually receive the money that we have, right?
No, yeah.
So if you got kids that are coming into the league, as our league is growing and we're growing more money, it grows more of a reason why we want our quality to be that much more
I think the
better.
more
So if we want the
competitive
quality to be
players
that
will
much more
obviously do
better,
better.
we
Yeah.
need you to be in school for 2 to 3 years, maybe,
You know that
or
ain't
2
never, but that
years
never gonna
minimum.
happen.
Well, I won't say it will never happen because
I
that
feel,
when they were in high school, when KG, LeBron,
yeah,
Kobe were coming out of high school, they were saying they were never going back to college,
Not
right?
gonna
And
lie,
so they
now
yeah.
admitted
that
But
that.
here's
the
the thing.
college money's
The,
there, the NIL,
but
now
here's
that
the
it's
And
there,
the
they
money's there
might
as well.
change the
Yeah.
rules.
the
They
money
might
is
change the
there.
rules based on that.
The money. But here's the thing though about that. A lot. That's the reason why a lot of them. Because listen, a lot of these college players are getting a decent bag of NIL money, but that NBA contract is more
Mm.
money at the end of the day. That
Oh yeah,
rookie contract is
nothing's
still
like that.
more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nothing's
yeah,
like the
for
NBA
sure, for
money.
sure.
So
But what we're saying is
yeah,
what we're saying is if there's money, if you're being compensated in high school, right? Like that was the main reason why kids were
yeah,
so anxious to come out of school, remember? And so
Yeah, yeah.
if you getting money, right, in college, it's not NBA money, but it's enough for you to be able to feed yourself, right? If your
If
right,
you're
money's there
making
for you,
millions,
you
yeah,
can be able to
great.
able to stay there for a year, for 2 years, maybe 3 years minimum, and
right.
set that as the standard. You coming into the league, you're not broke, you're not starving.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? You already know what it's like to have to manage money,
well,
right?
let me
Yeah,
say
yeah.
this casual because I think
That's part of it too,
the
yeah.
pushback on that piece of it is one of the reasons why you come into the league sooner than later is because you want to get the clock started on that rookie deal so you can get your max extension sooner than later. So
Yeah.
because of the rookie salary cap, I think guys are more interested in coming in earlier than later so they can get to the max dollars sooner than later. Also, obviously, we have to factor in age. A guy coming in at 23 versus a guy coming in at, say, 19. The guy who comes in at 19 has a longer earning life because of his age.
Mm-hmm.
So that factors in,
If
as
he
well.
busts out, then he makes less
Yeah,
money
exactly.
though.
What happened? What do you do when that 19-year-old that you picked over that 23-year-old doesn't pan out because when you drafted that 19-year-old, you didn't take into account that player didn't get to develop like that 23-year-old.
But
What do you
again,
do then?
again, teams understand this. When they're drafting a 19-year-old, they understand not drafting a finished product, right? That's the nature of it. Even when you draft a 23-year-old, you're not drafting a completely finished product. You're
But
drafting
those teams don't have the ability
Mike,
to
Mike,
finish
hold
that
on,
product though.
Mike, Mike, Mike,
That's
hold on.
part of it too, right?
Mike, hold on, Mike.
It's a
These
good question. I will say that. It
yeah,
is a good question.
these teams, all these teams are not developmental teams, right? For every San Antonio and Miami and Oklahoma City, there's other teams that don't
Lakers
draft and
or
they don't
Clippers.
don't develop.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't have a system in place to develop. So that's the other side of it is so
Mm.
rather than looking at the kids, let's look at the organizations and why these organizations who do draft and who do develop or who do sign the undrafted guys and develop, why they do it so well as opposed to the ones that don't.
Because the Pistons have been screwing up high picks, guys that should have been surefire for a long time, right?
Have they been scoring it up? I
I
don't
ain't
know
gonna
about that.
lie though. That they just, I mean,
If you have the fifth pick,
Detroit.
though, right?
They
Detroit
had
is
the
a
fifth
weird
pick.
situation. Detroit is a
Yeah.
weird situation because they are trash, but their young players have. I've seen development with the young players. I'm not gonna act
Yeah,
like
they've
they.
been
You
developing
know,
just fine. I think it's just been
can it be better?
injuries.
Can it be better? Of course, and going back to their situation, sure, but I've seen development. Like look at Jalen Durn. Like even they drafted Isaiah Stewart too, right? Then they drafted him.
They drafted Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah,
They
like
drafted
some
Jaden
players
Ivey. They
come
drafted
along, but
Cade.
Nah,
Yeah.
Jaden
yeah.
Ivey. I seen improvements on Jaden Ivey. I mean, they're a weird case of like bad. Like it's it. I don't.
No, but
It's
where
weird
they're
with the young.
drafting, they should be a lot better more efficient at
Why?
like
Based on
converting
based on
it's
what
talent.
more than
though?
Yeah,
it's
but
more it's more
the problem is don't look at where a guy's being drafted in terms of the number. Look at where he's being drafted in terms of where he's going. Detroit
right.
is all over the place because they haven't had directional organization in years.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
identity. There's no
That's the issue.
identity. So
They all over
That's
the
what I'm
place.
speaking on. Like, it doesn't make
No,
any
no, no. I think
sense. It doesn't
Detroit is
make
my
any sense.
Detroit is my young team. I like the fact I like everything that they're doing right now. I just think it hasn't panned out because of one injuries. Cade hasn't had like a
But you
fully
got two
healthy
teams in the
season this year.
Eastern
No,
Conference. Hold
no.
on.
And then
You root for
also
two teams in the same conference. That's kind of
say it again.
crazy.
And look, hey, look,
You
all
root
right,
for two
relax,
teams in
brother.
the same
Yeah,
conference. It's
yeah,
kind
but
of
one is
crazy.
at the top. Yeah, but one is at the top, the other one's at the
Nah,
bottom.
man.
Okay, it's two
Nah,
different teams. All
bro.
right,
You get one
let me
team per
know.
conference, bro.
Uh,
Only I
it
get to
just-
do that, bro.
Man, we
You
gotta
nasty
do.
as hell
Wait,
too,
we
True.
we gotta do that roots for the Chicago Bulls and the Milwaukee Bucks. Like, come on now,
that's
like,
No,
nasty
yeah,
only I
work.
get
it's
to
two
do
different
that,
Nasty
things.
bro.
work.
Nah, that's
That's
different.
nasty.
I root for one team.
You nasty as hell with that Sam Hauser bullshit too.
That's not how that
But
was nasty. When like we can go. Well, but let's finish your point, Gary.
no, but I was just saying I'm looking like when I look at the Detroit Pistons situation, like their situation is they're getting the best available player because when you're at
Yeah,
a certain
yeah.
point of the lottery, you don't get the privilege of I won't say you don't get the privilege, but you don't typically draft the most qualified player for what you need. You draft the best available player based
Mm.
on whatever
They
qualifications.
get the pick of the litter each year, and they
Yeah,
still can't
exact.
improve. I just don't understand.
But they have improved in some aspects this season. The thing is, when you look at the record, or you look at just like the pure number as far as like just points per game or something like that, it doesn't look that appealing to the eye. But there's plenty of these games that they're playing against some of these high tier teams. Like they played a game against the Boston Celtics, and True
I
remembers
remember.
this. They
I
actually
was saying,
gave them a
yeah.
run for their money. It's just
That
they're
was one of
not
the best games of the
experiencing.
year too.
Not gonna
They're
Great
not.
lie.
game.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
not
not
talking about.
experienced. Look. There's a team. There's a team
That was
that
a fire
also gave them
game.
a run for their money. Charlotte Hornets also gave them a run for their money. They're also a bad team, but it's not necessary when you actually watch them play. It's not for the reason that you expect, or it's not just they're absolute trash. It's just there's certain things that they could work on. And that's the
No,
case for
I
every
don't
young
know,
team.
man. I
Yeah.
was
If
checking the
when
other
I urge you,
day.
Nick, this upcoming season, watch the Detroit Pistons, and I promise you, one of the things
No,
you'll
they're
be
going to be
impressed
much better
with.
this year.
Something's
Exactly
wrong with Detroit, man. I'm telling
one
you.
of the things you'll be impressed with Detroit watching them is the fact that they are very very versatile in the way they can attack you on the offensive end. They just defensively they got to figure it out on the perimeter defensive end because Cade is not that guy. I will say that
No, the
Cade is
other
not that
day
guy.
I was looking at every team's kind of signed players, how much money they had left, and like Detroit, I can't even understand the numbers. They only have like 9 players signed, but they have like a cap hold that's way over, and like they're a freaking mess. Even though they have like a crazy amount of cap space, they can't even use it without like letting go of all the bird rights of like 8 players or something. They're just a complete mess, man. Like that, like if you look at their salary sheet, it just
Mhm.
doesn't make any sense
Oh well,
where
yeah,
they're
their
going
front
and
office,
whatnot, right?
no, but their front office they just changed hands, so the front office is coming into a shit show essentially. So like
They're doing a little bit better this year.
Mega show, yeah.
they're doing what they can, but it's sort of like the Houston Rockets situation. The when as soon as what's left and they had to shift over from the James Harden era. It was essentially like it was the same situation. You had a shit show of performances. You also had a shit show as far as like money that was owed to them because they remember they had the John Wall contract, and as soon as they were able to buy that out after a few years, then everything started to look good. You got to also remember when it comes to Detroit, they do got a shit ton of coaches and players that they still got on their payroll, even though they're not playing for them to this day because they bought them out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a
No, that
transition.
TV money will fix that, but like I don't know, man.
Well, will it fix it? I don't know. Well, okay, depending.
The amount. Okay,
Will it fix
the
it?
amount of money it takes to run an NBA team is going to be surplused by the amount of money they get from TV very soon.
But
I've
but
done
will
the
it? Will it?
calculations, and it was already like that, like 2-3 years ago.
Will the
with
cap
the last
will the
TV deal.
will the cap hold increase like substantially, or will it be like micro?
No, it's 10% each year. It's gonna
Damn.
be insane. It's gonna be insane. 10% each year. Think about that. It's at 160 right now, pretty much. Then each year it's gonna add a 16 million. Then whatever.
Not guaranteed to do that.
17.5 million next year.
Yeah, because he said 10%. He said 10%.
Do that. Yeah, it's just like I'm about to
he
say,
said
I'm looking at
10%. I'm like, damn, 10% is a little OD.
I'm not gonna lie. I think
yeah, 10% is a lot.
I think they're going to be competing for playing.
What was the increase? What was the increase back in 2016? Did anybody know on the top of their head?
It was only like 10 million.
Each team
10%, a lot more. It's like
So
hold on.
70
Hold on, Sean. What were you saying?
Yeah, so it was about a $20+ million spike for each team, but that was because the players union did not want to spread out the new TV money over a certain period of time. They wanted the spike immediately. So that's
in 2016. Yeah.
I got a question. I gotta say this. I want to say this real quick. Since we're talking about Detroit, I think Detroit gonna be a playing team next year, bro. I think they're gonna be like a 10th seed, potentially a 9th seed. Bro.
Not even.
No, I like the additions. They added Tobias Harris, a guy who can score in the half court, a guy who can play off the ball, solid 3-point shooter.
Chicago gonna be trash. Chicago gonna be trash.
Yeah, we gonna be trash. We need to be trash. But they added also.
You ain't shit. You ain't shit, Drew.
They added Malik Beasley. That's one of the best 3-point shooters in the league.
Hold on, brother. 2015, it jumped. It went from
2016, 16.
Yeah, I'm about to tell you, it went from 11 to 34.9.
34.49.
Like Sean said.
Wow.
So
I'm saying like after the 2019,
bro. So the cap maximum was 94, and the minimum was 84.7. So OG is
like,
right, bro.
If you guys have been a cap watcher, you know that the cap increased by like about 10 million before on the last TV deal.
Mm-hmm.
It was raising after the bubble because they froze the cap increase during the bubble and then the season after, but then they raised the cap about 10 million and then
Actually,
10 million
the
more till this year.
It was 11 million.
11, yeah, like you know what I mean, like around that kind of amount. But now 10% is like 16 million, 17 million as it goes up, right?
Is that projections or that's what gonna be?
No, those are hard numbers that they're like looking at.
It's not fixed, Mike. They don't announce it until after the season because they have to look at all the revenues after the season. That's what determines the cap for the following season.
No. Okay, so the NBA gets a TV deal, right? And they decide how to distribute it over years, right? They don't want the same situation in 2016, so they raise the cap.
Bro, the TV
gradually.
Stuff don't come out till like August, late August, bro.
Yeah, no. It's all
bro, like OG
it's all
said,
calculated,
bro.
though. It's all calculated.
You have to wait.
Projections, but that's still projections, though.
Right, and this new media rights deal doesn't kick in until 2025 at the earliest.
You got to listen to
yeah.
It won't kick in until after this upcoming season.
Right, so that's
so you give me Brandon vibes, bro.
Yeah,
but they already raised the cap from last year.
Plot twist it is, Brandon.
12 million already, right? Because of the old TV deal, they've kind of.
True guys got trolling.
They've kind of.
It's not just the TV deal; it's all the revenues. It's not just the TV deal. The TV deal is the big part, but it's all the revenues.
TV deal is like 60-70%, bro.
Yes, I'm
not gonna lie, it's a large percentage of the new revenue.
All right, they look at all.
I feel like you're being a little hyperbolic with because 67% is 70%.
No, each team can pay all their players and still make 200, 300 million from just the TV deal without any sold seats or any of that. Just
picture how
based
much
on the
money
TV
doing sold
deal,
seats
it
and,
covers the salary
41 games.
and plus.
But picture 41 games plus like the in-season tournament, whatever, where it's like you making how much, like, you know what I mean, those like concessions and, you know what I mean, seats, that adds up too,
No, I
bro. Like
looked at the
41 games.
numbers.
You
The
gotta stay
old
off Raw
TV deal did that.
WWE
The
GM
new
right now,
TV
bro.
deal is going to be ridiculous. It's
No,
going to
I'm
be
not,
like
not denying that.
80% of revenue. And it's going to
Casual.
be
I'm not
able to
denying that.
sustain teams
Niggas GM
just
mode,
off
bro.
the TV money, right? You can actually expand just off the TV money because just TV money actually can
Jason
pay for
killing
the whole
me.
team.
This is Brandon, bro.
I'm
No,
telling
that's
you.
the,
No, it's Mike G. No,
I've
don't
looked at
no,
the
he not
numbers.
I'm
Brandon. No,
telling you,
he never
bro.
not Brandon.
Bro, they
He's
talk
not
the
Brandon,
same,
bro.
bro, and
He's
go
not
on these
Brandon. No,
long.
no,
Bro,
don't,
y'all
no, no,
remember?
bro. He not Brandon, bro. He been subscribed for a long time. He be capping about them rappers, but you know, that's man not Brandon.
No, I know the business side of it,
Brandon
yo.
got
I'm not
somebody
even
blocked
capping
Brandon.
about my rappers.
Somebody blocked Brandon, by the way, too. I checked
What's
on my
wrong?
Really?
How do you cap about the Raptors?
I don't.
He was
I'm logical
capping on the
about
rappers.
shit.
We mean we seen
I
Drake
know
do it.
I
he
mean,
is
capping.
they're a rebuilding
I
team.
for,
It's nothing to cap
Now,
Yeah,
about.
we're
first,
rebuilding right
bro,
now.
listen.
Like
I
it's
know Mike. I've been knowing, bro. Mike been subscribed to my channel for like 3 years, like 3 years. I'm not mistaken. Like Raptors, he's for three
I've
years.
been,
True
I've been
subscriber
around the
watching is nasty.
Logical,
Subscriber
y'all
watching
know
is
who this.
nasty.
This is the same person. Logical Raptors fanatic. If y'all saw him before, Ralph know like he. We had debates about Raptors and stuff like that. I mean,
Why you
you know what I
subscriber
mean.
watching though, bro? Nasty.
Which means subscriber
no,
watching.
Mm.
I like to tune
He was
in
looking
when
at
people
Stalker,
kind of
stalker much, stalker much.
right.
What you mean
Stop
no,
playing
no,
subscriber much?
no.
subscribers, yo.
What you mean subscriber much? He been a subscriber.
Stop
First of all,
stalking that man, bro.
No, I
I'm
talk a lot in
stalking
the
him.
chat though. Not gonna lie.
How I
Hey, get
stalk
a
him because
restraining order, Mike. You
cause
got a
that's
problem.
because I acknowledge people that subscribe to my channel and support and comment. That means
Hey,
I'm like,
casual. You
okay,
you
yeah,
he been a
okay.
subscriber for 3 years and 7 days.
And seven. And,
Yeah,
hold on, hold on.
Yo,
Look.
you didn't say
As
anything.
of right now,
I
17 minutes. 17 minutes.
I didn't say he been. I legit just said he been
I
subscribed
don't
for
see the
3 years.
issue.
That's
I
all
don't
I
see the issue.
said. That was a reach. That's a reach angle right there, boy. I tell you, that's Mr. Fantastic.
Hey, it been 32 seconds right now extra.
Like
Subscribe
okay,
to.
like
No, but my
I
thing
didn't say
is like looking at the Raptors like cap sheet and understanding the money and the CBA and like I did a couple videos on the CBA trying to explain it out to like just Raptor fans and whatnot, but you know what I mean? I watch the money side more and I understand where this kind of like the CBA is kind of pushing the league and the amount of money that's being injected.
I
It's
got a
an
theory.
interesting situation for sure.
I got a theory. I think the league want richer owners. How y'all feel about that?
No, yeah, like, but you seen some of the owners think
And the
maybe it's
players do
bubbling
too.
at the moment,
If you
right?
look at if they signing it, the players do too.
I'm just saying they
Well, I
want more.
mean,
Cause you know, like
Like the
how you feel
Celtics
about
are
that shit.
selling because they think it's a bubble, right?
Hey, shout out
I
to
mean,
Jeff
Why
Bezos.
why
it,
else would you
Here we go.
sell?
No, they
Jeff
sell
Bezos
it.
stuff.
it's more than that, Mike. But
It's more than that. We ain't gonna do that. Like I
yeah,
mean, we ain't
The
gonna do that.
Amazon Celtics.
yeah,
Well,
no,
yeah, I know your guys' situation is a little bit more confusing.
Amazon
Yeah.
Celtics is insane, bro. That's
yeah,
funny.
yeah,
Amazon Celtics is
yeah,
crazy.
no, true. But to your point, yeah, you want owners with deeper pockets, particularly because that means they're willing to often pay the luxury tax. When you look at, again, like Golden State and the Clippers, who paid combined the last 4 years almost $1 billion in just luxury tax. Yeah, that's because they got deep pockets to do so.
Steve Ballmer, man.
Hey, Paul George said that man cheap.
No, he's
not gonna lie.
No.
Rodgers and Bell pay for a lot in Toronto. They pay for a lot for the Maple Leafs. They play a lot for the Raptors.
The whole year.
I mean, they own 2 teams. I bet they got like, but
yeah,
like
but
they own a lot of teams. They own like 6 or 7 like professional teams, like Toronto FC. They own like the Argos. They own.
They one of the richest owners in the league. They like top. Ain't like
they're worth a lot. Yeah. It's
Um,
all just like conglomerate of like all the teams pretty much.
Ain't worth a damn.
And what Grossbeck, to that point too, Sean, because it's a family thing too. He's the governor and the majority. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's like the family, like, you know, it's like when you have a collective, it's like, damn, we gotta keep paying this luxury tax. And mind you, before a couple of years ago, the Celtics wasn't spending no luxury tax for like 10 years.
Right.
So when they started really getting to the next level to, you know, to compete for the championship, and when I finally win, you know, they probably looking at luxury tax like, oh, hold up now, like, you know what I mean? This is kind of getting maybe expensive.
Yeah, ain't the Celtics whole starting lineup like making like over $1 billion when all their contracts is ended? Like when all their contracts ends, I think they're making like over $1 billion. Or like $1 billion.
It's not quite.
They're like
not quite, but they're like
that's more hype talk. Yeah, that's hype talk.
But
because over the years
though,
and
crazy,
like different things, right?
Inflation, all that.
We're talking about over a 5-year
but luxury
span,
tax,
and they're trying to like lump all the money together. It's crazy.
Yeah, but one thing is though that luxury tax. That's the thing. Like that, it ain't about like that luxury tax. So that's one of the reasons why I think they selling the team, because of the luxury tax thing. So I mean, listen, hey.
Yeah, and also true. This is the other part where again you realize there's a national media rights deal, but also these teams have to negotiate their own regional media rights.
Oh, that's a good point. Talk about that.
Yeah, local media is going to change.
Because of
who cracked open a Coke?
Yeah, I don't know who that was.
That was a beer. My bad.
Yeah, but because of the changing landscape of, again,
Budweiser,
people don't have cable now. Everybody's going to streaming. How does that affect teams with their local media rights deal? So you got, like, again, we never would have expected Mark Cuban to sell the majority share of the Mavs, but he did. You know, looking at what Matt Ishbia paid for the Phoenix Suns, the valuation of these teams are going up. So it's
the Minnesota thing right now too, as well, right?
Well, yeah, that's a different situation because
two owners
in-house.
That's
in-house.
It
ain't in-house. That's in-house, right? That's an in-house thing. That's an in-house.
Yes, an in-house issue. Yeah, it's just they're in a different situation. But like,
it's a weird situation where you buy a house and then it raises in value, and then the previous owner doesn't want to sell because he wants to kind of cash out on that new value. And the previous owner has a contract, and now they're fighting.
was also that, but the new ownership wanted to cut spending on players, and owner and Glenn Taylor was like, "No, we just got good. Why would you cut spending on players?" So that's
dumb. Yeah, that's dumb.
The other part of it, but no, it's like when you we know the league's going to expand here in a few years, probably by the end of the decade.
So each team's going to get part of that expansion fee,
right,
and whatnot, right? Yeah.
The expansion fees are going to be way higher than they have ever been.
At least $1 billion to get in. At least.
Way more than that. There are some projecting. It's going to be $3 to $4 billion to get in.
$3 billion flat rate, maybe. Yeah, for sure.
I will say, Ralph, if he is Brandon, he's a positive Brandon. It's the positive side, you know.
Wait, Brandon. What's that? Hold on.
If he is Brandon Katz, it's a positive
It's
Brandon
not
Katz. You
Brandon.
know what
It's
I'm
not.
saying?
It's
I'm not
not Brandon.
Brandon Katz.
It's not Brandon.
Yeah,
It's not
I'm
Brandon,
gonna
bro.
rock with Brandon Cap.
It's not Brandon, bro.
No, that guy's like.
Yeah,
It's not
this is a
Brandon,
good guy.
bro.
This is the good guy. This is the good guy. You know what I'm
Good
Stevie
guy,
J
Brandon
good
Katz
guy,
is
rat
crazy.
face.
saying?
All I'm saying, yeah. But I mean, yeah. So get to that, like, yeah. I think it is. I think you're gonna see a lot of these teams start selling. Well, not all, but like you're gonna see a lot of these teams. You know what I mean? Start selling because
Mm-hmm.
especially
So is the Celtics
over them
game gonna
luxury
come with
tax.
Prime? True.
What you say?
The
This is
Celtics
crazy.
game gonna be coming with Prime.
Ralph is nasty.
I already got
Hey, Ralph,
problem.
you talk. Hey,
Hey,
his
listen.
76ers is up right now. I can't
Hey,
even lie.
hey,
His
I ain't gonna
76ers
lie
is up
though.
right now.
I
What's up,
ain't,
bro? How you been?
I ain't, I
I
ain't gonna
can't
lie.
even lie, man. That second round exit about to hit like crap, man.
I mean, hey, I haven't seen it for a while,
That
but
three
I
one
mean,
that
hey,
3-1 lead blown is crazy, man. It's gonna be
Yeah.
crazy.
all I'm saying is, I mean, listen, if Jay Bezos do buy the team, that'd be crazy. Amazon logo, that'd be wild, wouldn't it? Amazon,
Bye
with the
bye,
story,
Lucky.
that'd be
Hello
kind of wild.
package. Hello
Oh,
package.
jeez,
Bye bye,
like,
Lucky.
bro.
That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy.
Lucky's
I ain't gonna
wearing a
lie.
Y'all gonna be
fucking
the Dookie
Amazon
Brown
shirt.
truckers
Hey,
type suits.
hey, but listen, I don't
I
mind Jeff
I
Bezos. You
never
know why?
forgive you.
You know why I don't mind? Because listen, he spend that money. He spend money. So long, hey, so we ain't gotta worry about people being cheap. So hey,
Yeah, that's fair.
that being said, though, with Grossbeck, he's gonna be in control till 2028 till everything be finalized of the sell of the team. So
2028. That's nasty.
2028. So it
That's
ain't
gonna
that bad.
come fast, yo. Not gonna lie. Like, you think it's like that far away? It's gonna be here quick. Not
Yeah,
gonna
and
lie.
time go by fast, but still though, it's still like hey,
Yeah.
it's
Did y'all
that
see
still ain't like
PG
hey,
interview
Yeah, I saw that
about
Lord's
his
not
interview,
podcast?
all,
man.
not all of it. You know what I mean?
They wouldn't give
I ain't
that
see that
man
second.
that bread, bro.
He don't deserve the bread.
What do you
I don't
mean?
see nobody in deserve. Hold
He
on, time.
he
I don't see
literally
him
said
being.
I'm not.
he'll take
Let
what
me
Kawhi.
not say deserve. That's kind of
He said
nasty.
he'll take what
I don't know if
Kawhi.
he's worth 50 million at 38, bro. That's
I
all I'm
will
Bro,
gonna
what
say
are
say.
you
this
talking? That's
though.
not even what
I
he
will
offered
Oh,
say
the
to get
this.
PG.
Kawhi money,
Mm,
bro.
Yeah.
Hold
he's
up.
more around 40 million, 30 million.
I will say this. Time out. Time out. I
That's what he
will
said
say
he wanted.
this. I will say this. That him talking about him negotiating with the Clippers. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, people say the Clippers did him dirty. I listen. He asked for a no trade clause, bro. He had his cotton picking
He
mind.
asked for a
And the
no
same
trade clause
money
So
as
as well.
Kawhi.
He's out of
Oh
his
he
my.
No
mind,
had
bro.
trade and the
So
Kawhi
he asked
money.
for
he had
50
for
million and the
three.
no trade clause, bro. Nah,
So
I'm letting him
Plus
get
the
that
who been
bread.
Kawhi money, right? You
better
know
on
what I
that
mean?
team, him or
That's
Kawhi? Who been
What
better
you
on
say?
that team, him or Kawhi? For the time that they
Hold
was
up,
on that
hold up. I'm
team.
gonna
I mean,
answer.
they both
I'm gonna
been
be real with
injured,
you.
but it's been PG,
I'm
man.
gonna be real.
Both been
I'm gonna be
equal in
real
my
with your question. Hold up. I'm gonna be real with that question because you could say equal. I understand that point. Paul George did help them get to the Western Conference Finals when Kawhi was hurt in that second round. And I'm hey, listen. I'm gonna give Paul George that. You know what I mean? He did a lot for that Clipper. I mean, but he had a lot of bat, but he hasn't been reliable too. And let's just be honest though, they don't the Kawhi Leonard is better than him. So it's like my
Is
whole
he
thing
though?
is this too.
Yeah, but he's a much better player. It's not even
Come on.
close.
All right, we can argue. Hold on, bro. Your only
I
argument you can
your
use is
main thing is
time out. I
availability is
mean,
the
finish.
best
I
ability.
got you. I'll let you talk. Hold
That's
up.
your
Let
But
me
they
main
both
talk.
thing.
not
No, you
available
did
though.
not, bro.
No.
It's
Your
like
point is
you can't use that card when they both injured, bro.
your point is this. Your only argument is that Paul George has been more reliable. That's your only argument. Which I don't think nobody here is going
No,
to
it's the
argue
only
that.
one.
health
Nobody
wise,
going to argue that.
performance
Kawhi
wise,
Leonard
nah.
is performance right. So that being said, too, going back to
That's
the
crazy
contract,
as hell.
Kawhi Leonard, because he wanted a long term deal. Kawhi Leonard got a 3 year deal too. He only got a 3 year deal. So my whole thing is this: if Kawhi Leonard got a 3 year deal, right?
Hmm.
What gives you? And listen, go get your money. Because at the end of the day, he got what he wanted. And hey, he in Philly in the situation. So you can't get mad at that, right? Hey, at the end of the day, he won. He got what he wanted at the end of the day, right?
Hmm.
In the sense of, you know what I mean, regardless of he's the quote unquote the winner.
That's why you
But
need to watch it. and
But
finish it.
but if Kawhi Leonard didn't ask for no trade clause and he only got 3 years, what gives you the audacity to ask for a no trade clause?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
And that
that
trade clause is insane.
Bro, he said
I mean,
he
his reasoning is understandable, but
I
I think from
but
a
at
you
the
think
business
same
Kawhi
point,
Leonard
time,
wanted
he's
it?
the same age. He's the same
With that being
age. If
said,
Kawhi
casual.
doesn't get one, why does he?
You
because
think
he
Kawhi
Kawhi didn't
because
ask for one?
because
asked
You
for
don't
because
think
one.
Kawhi asked for one?
Kawhi, unlike Paul George, has the leverage of saying, "I'm the best player. I'm the moneymaker for this franchise. You're not going to trade me. I'd be the last person you look to trade." Paul
I
George,
mean,
on the
be
other
fair
hand,
though.
Paul George, on the other hand, just this past season he was in trade. Not just this past season he was in trade conversation, and he's really been in trade conversation for the last like 2-3 years, to be
Casual.
honest
Right.
with
That's
you.
a you absolutely right. Casual.
So
You
so
absolutely
for so
right.
for him what he said in
He
his
needs stability.
podcast
I
P
think a long,
episode,
No,
I
it's
think a large part of that though
he
insecurity.
wanted
I
to.
It's
Hold on,
No,
insecurity.
let casual finish his point.
it's not insecurity as much as
Let
it's
casual finish his
it's
point.
yeah, it's not insecurity as much as it's on his podcast he was basically saying, I just wanted to know that I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And once they told him that he's not getting they didn't want to budge for the trade for the non-trade whatchamacallit, he was basically like, okay, then if I'm not going to get that, at least give me my
Yeah,
money,
he
so
wants
even
the
if you do
max.
move
Yeah,
me,
I heard
yeah,
his
if I
thing.
if
Yeah.
yeah, so I
I
don't
don't
think
think you
that it's a
guys.
bad thing on his part for him wanting that. I don't think it's a bad thing. I just also think on their part, good on them for not making that decision, because that would have been a decision they would have regretted, for paying a nigga that's 38 years old, that's not named LeBron James, 40 plus million a year. Nah, that
50
sounds
million.
crazy.
He's gonna be
Yeah,
making like 50
even
Oh
million, like
yeah,
50
yeah,
million
leave
at 38.
yeah.
and
Paul
talking about
George
and
is
to be
Yeah, that would have
fair
crazy.
been
with that,
crazy. That would have
And
been
with a
and
crazy.
to be
no
fair
trade clause, that's insane.
and to
With
be
Bro,
no
and to be
no though. If they would have did the 4 year, it would have been without the trade clause. But if they would have did the 3 year, is with the
yeah,
trade clause.
and to be
Yeah,
fair,
I
and to
think a
be
lot of
fair though,
Paul George. I'm
eh,
not gonna hold you, bro. In majority of the playoffs that they played in, I can only recall maybe one time, and that was in 2021 when he played good. The rest of the playoffs, he was poor, piss poor, like he
that
was
is not
horrible.
true, bro.
no,
Yeah,
no,
yes, he
hold on,
was. He was pretty. He was terrible in 2020. He was
I'll
really
say
bad
this,
this year.
I will say this,
He was
he
injured in
was
2022.
he did not play to a level of what we know Paul George can be. And to that point, even in 2021, let's not and listen, shout out to him to helping the Clippers get to the conference finals, but let's not act like he wasn't missing free throws in that Sun series. And it wasn't just him, by the way, because the Clippers, if they would have executed better, it could technically could have maybe won that series, by the way. Because like I said, the free throws and stuff like that, you go back and watch. But
Mm.
the thing is, though, and you absolutely right when talking about poor George being in trade talk. But that being said, too, at this stage of Kawhi Leonard career, let's be honest, and I understand Kawhi Leonard, Paul George definitely would get traded before Kawhi Leonard. We understand that, but
Y'all
Kawhi
being
Leonard is still
disingenuous, bro.
but 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 Kawhi Leonard is still obligated to get traded though. That's the thing.
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
know,
he's not
so that's the
untouchable. He's
thing.
not untouchable no more like he
that's what
used to
That's
I'm
the
be.
saying.
thing.
Like, yeah,
I agree with everything. I mean, listen, it's both sides has great points. I mean, it's true things on both sides, but it's like, I mean, I don't know, like, cause the thing, the question about Paul George is the injuries, and let's just be honest, his consistency of play when it comes to playoff run.
Honestly, with the
That's the
Clippers
real thing.
too, I don't think the Clippers like. I think obviously losing Paul George that's a big hit, but what they got back for him, I don't think. I don't think they're going
I
to be
mean,
that
listen,
much
bro, but
worse. I'm not. I don't think they're going to
going
be that
back
much
to
worse. They brought Chris Dunn in.
but
They
going back to
good.
the conversation, about the
mm,
tax money and all that. Bro, Steve Ballmer, and yes, he's the richest owner in the NBA, and like, and he sees this tax bill like, God dang, like, first of all, if we ain't win no championship anytime soon, you know what I mean? If we ain't
you
win no
can't
championship
buy
anytime,
assets
especially
though.
like, so he like Steve Ballmer probably like, dang, bro, like we can't keep this may not be it. So it's
Yeah,
like you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, so
Yeah,
it's like,
and also they didn't get that much worse, bro. They brought in some guys that can really help them out. Like I like
no,
Chris
I mean,
no,
I
Dunn.
they're
don't know.
gonna
We'll
I
be
see.
like
We'll
they're
Dennis
see.
gonna be
We'll
Schroeder.
worse,
see.
but
I like KC. What's the, like KCP? Kevin Porter Jr. He played well for Houston. He just did what he did.
We'll
I
see.
Man,
like
get the hell
KPJ. I
out
like
of here,
Chris
bro. They
Dunn. I
did
like
get
Derrick
worse,
Jones
bro.
Jr.
Yeah,
They
they got
didn't
worse.
get that much worse, bro.
Yes,
They
they
They're
also
not
did,
brought they
bro.
also
bad.
brought back they also
Ain't
brought
none
back
of them
Nicholas
guys
Batum as
equal up to
well.
Paul George
They also brought back Nicholas
input,
Batum as
bro.
well. But they
Yeah, I
got
think
they got they got a little squad.
no, they're good, but I don't think they. I think they're gonna be good. I don't think they got worse though. They're good
Yeah,
though.
they
They're
did.
not
They got, but
trash.
it's not like
They
they
did
got a
not
little bit
get better.
worse. They got a little bit worse.
Not no little bit, bro. Who's going to
We'll
replace his
see.
defense input?
I mean, we'll see.
The defense,
Yeah,
Paul George's defense
I
fell
mean,
off a cliff.
No, it did not, bro.
He's not the defender, nowhere near the defender he used to
that
be.
man was come on, Rob. That man would be like a top
No,
five, top
it's
10
just
defender
the
in the world,
fact that
bro. Like,
they're
let's
still
stop it,
paying
bro.
assets for Paul George.
Yo, y'all just
Now that is
straight
a
up
law.
lying
Hold on, time
today,
out.
bro.
With that being said, that is an L by the Clippers though. Like you gave up all that for Paul George, and you didn't get
And they're
nothing.
still
You
like
didn't
2 years on the hook, 1 year on
That's
the hook. You know what I
crazy.
mean?
I mean, I don't know, man. We'll see what
Plus
Sixers,
SGA, like you gave a
Sixers,
MVP kind of guy.
yeah,
Plus, you know what I mean? Oh,
Sixers.
Who would have said he would have developed there though? Y'all just said the Clippers
Bro,
don't develop people.
no, yeah. That's what I'm
So which
saying.
one is
But
it?
still,
to
you
be
gave
fair
Which
though,
one
away a
is it?
guy like that,
I'm
right?
gonna
Yeah,
ask you.
y'all out
I'm
of
gonna ask you.
pocket, bro.
Can I ask you? Can I ask you a question? I already first of all, Rob, I already said they got worse, bro. I don't know you. That's the hard only
No, y'all
thing saying that.
they gave you just literally said they gave all this stuff for PG, Shea Alexander,
But
whatever,
to,
all this
I'm not
stuff.
arguing, Rob. I'm not arguing.
Shea
That
Gilgis
to that point,
Alexander, yeah.
Ralph. To that point, I'm not. Rob, why you trying to start arguing? I'm just. I just. They didn't have the young assets to develop like that. Well, they do, but they get where they draft picks and things of that nature. So like, I'm not nobody arguing that point. Now to be now, if you want me to be
Sterling
serious,
wasn't like paying
no.
development and stuff.
Now
We know
the
that.
one
We know that.
person, the one person that you can say young player that said that develop young player you can say develop. Maybe if you want to count Zubac or don't, that's fine. Maybe if you want to give the Lakers that props, that's cool. That's whatever. It don't matter. Terrence Mann, and you can take that how you want. Terrence
Nigga
Mann,
ass, bro.
you can take that what you want. I mean, I'm just being. I mean, he's not either. He ain't trash, but just take it how you. I
Yeah,
mean,
all right.
compared to other places. I mean, to your point, the Clippers are in the bottom of development. So, I mean, I'm not listen. You're nobody arguing that point,
Yeah.
bro. I'm just telling you. I'm just asking you a question. People like being fair.
Terrence,
You know what I mean?
man.
People develop. I was being fair. I'm being
You've been
fair.
in
That's
trade
not
talks
fair.
since day one.
He a role
No,
player. Of course, he's gonna be in trade talks.
the
Like he's not
picks they
trash,
gave
bro.
away, like frig, man. They don't have picks for 6 years at the moment. That's crazy. And they only have James Harden and Kawhi now.
All they had to do
And
is
they're
wait another
both
year for
like
Paul George to
over the
walk,
hill.
bro.
They're both
It's
way
their
over the
fault.
hill.
What you say?
It's their fault. They should have waited. All they had to do was wait a year for him to be free up. They wanted to get him.
Who?
Paul George. He had one more year left on his deal.
Well, remember, they weren't going to get Kawhi without Paul George, so that's why
Mm.
That was a deal.
that was the stipulation from
Yeah,
Kawhi.
Yeah,
PG
he
was
would have
talking
probably
on that
signed a
today.
1 year deal, a 1-and-1.
Because
No, PG was talking about they almost went to Toronto. If Toronto pushed, Kawhi would have re-signed there.
Bro, we talk about this.
Apparently,
We've been talking about this for a while though. We talked like that was a thing. Remember, it was because it was a rumor, and it was confirmed that Pac. I saw that it was confirmed basically. Kawhi, the only way Kawhi was going to stay in Toronto if he didn't get what he wanted anywhere else. Of course, the Clippers or Lakers, whatever. If he get
mm.
Paul George and Westbrook.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
frig.
and I'm saying
Uh,
it's ways around that they could have talked it out with the Clippers, and it said
nah, but at that time though,
he
the
could have
win now
talked to
you
him
trying to
1 year, bro.
N-
but at the same
How
no,
time
that's a
you trying to
win
win
now
now.
if you really if they both
Route.
stayed 1 year extra on
no, the
No,
their team.
Clippers
but
gave the
Kawhi, but
OKC a offer they couldn't refuse, in a sense,
yeah,
right? They gave them an offer they couldn't refuse. and that just made it happen.
Bro,
And
y'all missing the point,
OKC,
bro.
hold on, time on. And OKC, if we're gonna talk about, it, we gotta talk about the whole thing. And let's not forget, OKC also agreed. They agreed to Paul George. They said when he signed that extension that if whatever we can trade, if it doesn't work out, whatever case may be, we're willing to trade you.
Yeah,
And
they were blowing up. Yeah.
they said, I mean, so they agreed. They already agreed that when Paul George signed that extension on OKC. So
Bro,
it's like, I
they
mean,
jumped the fence, bro. Like, there's no way around it. All they had to do was
who
talk
but
to
who jumped the fence? Who jumped the
the
fence?
Clippers. All they had to do was negotiate a backdoor deal with
That's
Kawhi and
but
Paul
you're talking
George, and
No,
but
if
you're
no
talking
one
in
signs
hindsight.
for
But you're
PG, what do
bro,
you think
you're
can
talking
y'all
happens?
can y'all do me this solid so we can keep our assets and build up on
but here's
y'all?
the
Can y'all hold
Ralph,
on, bro? Let me finish, bro.
I
And
think he
say,
just goes back to the
hold on,
Raptors at
bro.
least for a year or two.
All he had to do is say, yo, can y'all stay there to? Can you stay at your respective team to Kawhi? Can you stay at the Raptors one more year till Paul George deal is up and we can get all y'all and keep
it
the
probably been Jimmy Butler. It probably been Jimmy Butler.
what?
I'm just saying. I mean, like, cause listen, Kawhi ain't gonna necessarily wait. Sean,
Yeah, he wasn't waiting. Yeah.
wasn't if anybody can confirm that? Cause Jimmy Butler was in that. He was the second quote unquote the second like he was the
Right,
backup plan, wasn't he?
right, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He
Wow.
was
it
hard
was.
on
Yeah,
Miami though. He
Being
And,
in
really
Cash for one
wanted
and
more
that.
year
remember,
wasn't that
and
hurt
remember,
though.
Ralph.
And
Remember,
Kawhi wasn't
What you say,
sold on
OG? Hold
Miami, I
on,
don't
Mike.
think.
Hold on, Mike.
and remember, Ralph. Just not to make it revisionist history. Remember what happened that next year. So if they had done that, the whole landscape would have changed the next year because of the pandemic.
Yeah, Miami wins if they had
And
Kawhi and
also too, he is kind of talking in hindsight too, Ralph, because like during that time, Kawhi was like top of the world. Like he was in best player in the world conversations. And then it's like you add
oh
Paul
yeah,
George that was legit at the time. People like he was finished like what
third
third
in
MVP
MVP
voting.
voting. He was
So
coming
like
All
off a
I said
really
was
good
dudes
season.
dudes do that all the time, true though.
so no, I'm not saying that, Rob. I'm just saying that you gotta pull the trigger when someone's on fire. Like when you gotta pull that trigger. Like I mean I feel you, but like it's
Yeah.
like
You're betting on players. That's what I was saying before,
especially
right?
and especially look at that Clippers roster. Look at it. If you look at when look what happened when they first got there. When they first got there, they was favored to win a championship. So it's like I mean
Because
they
the supporting
we
pieces were there, everything
we
was there, right?
we
Yeah.
all thought we all shoot they were projected to be a dynasty. They were comparing that to like the Jordan Bulls and all that. I remember that was nasty era too. Like that was oh my god, bro. They got that they gotta do a documentary on that. 'Cause that was a failure. That's one of the most that's one of the biggest
They got like insta hype to the
oh my
moment where they're
god,
just instant contenders. Instant
bro.
contenders.
Yo, I thought I had that video, bro, when Pat Bev was in the casino. Oh my gosh, bro. When Pat Bev was in that
And they're
casino.
laughing and oh
We got Kawhi. We got Kawhi.
yeah, like
The next
they're
5 years
acting like
is
they're
ours.
untouchables.
Bro, they said what they said the next 5 years is ours. Fast forward later. Man, put Pat Bev not even
Oh,
on the roster.
oh.
That's that's nasty, bro.
Yeah, no, you're facts
That's
on that. That's
hilarious.
exactly what he said. That's
Man, they gotta
exactly what he said.
somebody gotta
The
do a
next five
documentary.
years is ours.
Hey, especially speaking of Clippers, anybody see that FX documentary, like the docu series yet? Cause that shit is hilarious. I saw clips of that, bro. That is comedy. Do y'all saw the actors
What,
playing these?
clipped?
It's called
Clipped
Clip. Is it
the
Sean? Is it Sean? It's called Clip, right? It's called Clip.
Yeah, clip. Yeah,
clipped
Yo,
about the
Sean,
Sterling, yeah, yeah.
you see the
And
act? Yo,
yeah.
ooh,
their casting director is one of the worst of all. This is the worst casting like of all time. Whoever their casting director is, he need to get locked up. This
Lawrence Fishburne as Doc is crazy. That's
I'm
crazy.
not even mad at that. I'm not even mad at that. It's like okay,
No, no,
it's
he's a
okay.
great
You think you'll
actor,
find
but
somebody
it's
better?
just like,
No, you. I'll let that slide. But the dude that playing Chris Paul, the Blake Griffin actor. You see the dude that plays Steph Curry?
Oh,
Oh
bro,
my
Blake
god!
Griffin. Oh, bro, he's
You got a
terrible.
whole. You got
Oh,
a whole. You got Grant Williams. You got Grant Williams. Playing. You got Grant Williams built playing Steph Curry. Like this is insane. Like oh my great bro. Trace, you should. Trace, you been watching Tracy? I know Tracy. Oh yo,
yo, the
I seen I seen it.
NBA
I
is
seen it. I
pouring.
seen it. I seen it. I was like 3
you
episodes.
seen it, Trunks?
Yeah, it's not that
Oh,
bad, but I
NBA
mean,
teams are whoring their license hard right now. They'll let any has-been director make something if they're gonna get paid money.
Mike G, you seen it?
Yeah, I seen some of it. Like
It's
I
not
wasn't
bad.
into it though.
It's
Like
kind of
that
boring a little bit.
Lakers thing too as well, right?
You don't like the Lakers? What?
Stop it.
Lakers versus
Stop
Boston?
it. Stop it. That's
No,
gonna
no,
get
no.
very.
I wasn't into that. Yeah, I
Oh
Yeah,
wasn't
come
into
on! I
yeah,
that
like that.
Lakers
yeah.
I
thing.
liked it.
You're
I
not
liked it.
cultured. Saying
I
that
mean, hey,
BS,
it is
bro.
what it is, man. For me, it was somewhat entertaining. I ain't gonna lie.
That Dynasty Zone was off the hook, bro. Everybody liked that.
Oh,
yeah,
you liked it?
that,
Okay,
that,
yeah.
yeah, that's
True,
clip.
man.
No,
They
just
cap it. True, man. They cap it for your
knowing
boy,
what
though.
happened and then what they're showing is kind of like this cognitive dissonance where you kind of like it's not exactly right,
What do you
but
mean?
you're
Them
trying to watch it,
everything that
right?
happened on that Dynasty thing is chapters out of a lot of people autobiography. Different they're taking different stories out of different autobiographies of what happened.
Yeah, but it's written up like a show though. It's meant to be entertaining, right? They're meant to be a storylines. There's meant to
Whoa.
be like everything doesn't connect all neatly like the way that people like to tell stories. It's very messy, it's very convoluted, and things don't really match up. But directors and whatever producers kind of smooth the edges to make it seem like it's
Now you're just
one
chatting, bro.
story,
HBO
right?
Max, that was literally HBO Max biggest show, bro. You're
Yeah,
not
no,
capping.
no, and I think that's what the actual players had an issue with the kind of smoothing of the edges of certain things, right? It wasn't exactly like it was.
I mean, they had Magic Johnson going to orgy parties. Like, I mean, yeah, I think that's too far.
You literally know it's impossible to actually do any biopic the way it was. You know
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
That's actually
yeah.
impossible.
Hey,
No
true,
one,
Well,
true.
you
no
have to
one can
keep.
remember everything that happened in their life.
Yo,
That's
yo,
just
kid,
impossible, bro.
what up, kid, Chunk, man? What up?
Salute,
Man,
son.
what's up, man? They capping for your boy, man. They like, what the
Captain
heck?
who?
Like,
Captain who?
no, Bronny, man.
Brody, man.
Nah,
Bummy?
I mean, wait, Captain on what on Bronny? Exactly.
Like they just like okay, I was in a like I was speaking on FY sports debates. I'm gonna say it, bro. I just came over there and I said like there's a reason why people are speaking upon Bronny, right? I'm not saying like he's not getting hate at all, which is understandable. And people do have like a narrative with Bronny because some cases people do have like a pure utter hatred for LeBron James, but like I stated and said, people are gonna speak and the light's gonna shine the brightest on him because the media spoke about this guy 24/7. The media and ESPN are speaking about this player more than the first round pick and more than the second round pick. Like, can we just be honest, bro? So he's gonna get all this
That's
attention
true.
and energy
Yeah,
regardless.
that's
You're
true, but
speaking facts, bro.
I understand that, but this is and I'm gonna say this too because like I don't listen, bro. I remember the Tim Tebow era, bro, where
But here's a
he
Tim
did.
Tebow deserved it though. He deserved to get public to get on the camera on him
Yeah,
though, because what he did in college, even though he wasn't good, but
but here's
I mean he
yeah,
put up the
and that
numbers.
yeah, that is a good point. But he had some flaw, even though he was a great college quarterback. He had flaws you can even see that's like, hold up, can he translate this in the NFL when it comes to ball mechanics, just the reading a NFL defenses and things of that nature. Especially and going back to that Florida team was stacked as hell. Like he was like mind you, his arm was in question, his accuracy. Cause listen, you go back over that Florida team with Tim Tebow, he just throw that ball as people like and like Percy Harvin doing a slant. Percy Harvin taking that 50 yards to a touchdown.
Played for the
You know what I
greatest
mean?
sports franchise in college,
You
bro.
know what I mean? You know what I mean? You said Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, you right, man, bro. You made me mad, bro. I'm gonna put you out of backstage, man.
What do
Come
you
on.
mean? Their football
No, I
team
think
is
it runs
legit, and their
back to what
basketball
we were
team.
saying
It's
about
like nah, it's like
scouting high school, scouting college and whatnot,
yeah.
and
I'm just but
scouting these players fully,
yeah,
right?
yeah, I understand. And like I said, I understand per se. But and also to this draft though, I mean, it's not a lot. It wasn't really a lot of hype in this draft.
But
We all agree
uh,
with that per se. And granted, listen, things it ain't fair. Is it fair that he getting the most attention per se? Most yeah, I agree with that. But at the same time too, Bronny is also giving highlights and shout out to Lamont because I watched that stream earlier too. It was
Highlights
funny.
of
It
his
was funny,
ankles broken.
and shout out to. But here's the thing about the dude that broke his ankles. It's funny that you said that. I was watching Lamont live. The dude that he did that, Lamont interviewed that dude 3 years ago. The dude
But
that
that's the thing,
like
though. You
that.
can't get mad that he's getting attention. Okay,
But
so what?
here's
That's life. You know, he's gonna get attention because he crossed up Bronny James, the player that
no,
every in
no,
the
no, 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 no. We get mad that people get upset
I'm
that
not
Bronny
mad. I'm
getting
not
that
mad.
attention. People getting mad at Bronny getting
No,
that
that's how the
attention.
G League is, though. Not gonna lie.
No, no,
It's
no.
like
People
if
get
you're a
mad at Bronny.
target,
No, no, no. People get mad at Bronny getting that attention, but like that being said, now it's like, bro, it giving how now people it's also a good thing because the dude that did that broke Bronny ankles been grinding for a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
yeah,
Now
yeah,
yeah.
he's been.
I mean, listen. Sometimes, hey, sometimes it's like
He's a hardened
you
man.
Yeah, because when the media was speaking a whole lot about Victor Wembanyama, we can all remember this. The hype with Victor in his first summer league game, which I'm
No,
not
but
saying.
Victor was real.
No, I get that. No, no, no,
Bronny
no.
isn't.
No,
that's
I'm
different.
trying to
Different.
compare.
That's the
I agree.
thing, right?
That what I'm trying to stay and say. But when the media point on Bronny, then you got all these people want to say, "Oh, why you hating on Bronny?" What? We're giving constructive criticism. That's it. That's
No,
what we're
but
saying.
but live it is like let's keep it a stack.
No, the way
Live
they talked about him,
but
yeah.
let's keep it a stack because I like I said before. Let me make this clear. I don't think Bronny is an NBA player. I don't think he's ready. I
Thank
don't
you,
think
True. Thank you,
Wizard. I
True.
don't think. But let's keep it all with being. A lot of people are doing that is to use people are using Bronny to hate on LeBron James, bro. Let's not act like niggas ain't
But
doing that, bro.
but True. I gotta be
And
honest though. It's something that's going to be expected because more so like because the
What
reason.
you
Okay, let's
mean
just look at.
expected? So
Is
we go.
it?
Okay,
You
hold on,
Is
hold on,
gonna
hold
it?
use
on, hold on. Let me
another
explain. Let me explain.
kid
Let me
to
explain.
hate on
Hold on, hold
LeBron
on.
is
Lem-
accepted?
Okay, let me rephrase
Like
myself. Let me
Isn't
rephrase
it
myself.
a
They did that. Hold on,
continuation
hold
of
on, hold
his
on.
behavior, though?
Hold on, true,
In a
true.
sense
You gotta
of
understand
what he
something, true.
does.
True. You gotta understand something. That happens for a lot of other players too. True. Come on, a lot of players
that's why
get
I
hate.
brought up
When
Zaire
Yeah.
Ray.
when a lot of young players play with LeBron James, like a Alex Caruso, like a Kyle Kuzma, when he play bad, they get hate. They get
no,
hate.
no, you're missing a
So
point.
why is
No,
not the
you're
No,
missing
they
same thing with
a
don't.
point.
Bronny?
No,
I'm
you're
not
missing
saying
a
it's
point.
right.
I said you're not answering the what you're deflecting. You kind of deflected. They're using Bronny. Every bad thing he does, they're using Bronny. Even and here's the thing, the weird shit is going. This is
LeBron's
gonna be the
gonna
weirdest thing
trade
too.
you. Like, come on, bro.
And here, no,
I
bro,
think it's
bro,
because of the stance that LeBron chose in the
no,
beginning, where he
yeah,
was kind of tweeting those things, and people
yeah,
were
I know,
like, okay,
and,
okay,
and it would
you're
be us,
saying
and it
these
never would
certain
be.
things. We're not really
But here's the,
seeing them, but
but time out here. But here's the thing though, and that was BS. What he said, I've said it on here. It was BS. But what did Bronny have said? Bronny has been real humble about who he is as a basketball player. Like he said, like he
He
don't
don't
even
have
see
no other
himself as a
choice.
yeah,
He
but
Bron,
can
yeah,
do
yeah,
it.
he
You
seems
don't
like
have
but
to
he's
do
all
it.
time
Just
out.
right,
move
Let me
on.
but
finish my point. But let me finish my point though. But let's be honest. Sometimes you see a lot of guys young think highly of themselves more than you are though. So it is dope to see somebody like Bronny that you know what I mean that is humble that understands who he is. Like Bronny understood. Listen, that's the other thing too. We didn't talk about regardless of who's right or wrong in the situation the conversation we talk about. Bronny understands who he is, right? And Bronny is trying to put in the work in.
Yeah.
He work regardless. That's the other thing too. But it is bullshit. That, like, listen, like I said before, I don't like LeBron James. I don't rock with LeBron James. That being said, though, I don't need to lie because this is what like niggas. I'm gonna say names, Man Down Sports and Michael Jordan fans the best. These niggas, these motherfuckers are hiding behind. They're hating on. They're going to criticize Bronny and to take shots at LeBron. That's weak as hell. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that because my stance is my stance, and my opinions are my opinions. You get what I'm saying? If if Bronny is playing well, then cool. That's what it is. What it is. You get what I'm saying? I'm separating the fact that he's LeBron James' son. You get what I'm saying? I'm separating that. Like I don't care who he like. We understand he's LeBron James' son, but
You
I
gotta
care
start
about
labeling him like that though. Like that's
what
crazy. Y'all say every time someone constructively criticize
a lot of it is. A
him
lot of
or
people,
his son or somebody, y'all always say that they hate
Ralph
somebody,
though,
bro.
but Ralph, a
I'm
lot
not
of
gonna
people,
lie, the nasty
a lot
part
of
of it
people hate
is
this, bro.
Braun pushed his son to one of the worst development teams there is in the league.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I
That's
agree. I'm sure. Hey, but the point is though, Ralph. But listen,
that's where I'm not
reality.
getting all of this
Hold on,
from.
Mike. Hold on,
But,
Mike. Let
but,
him finish. Let him finish.
Ralph, the reality of the situation though is a lot of people, but you know the people on YouTube, the channels that are legit doing that just to hate on them. Like, let's not look. We can't act like cool. Like we can't act like people are not doing that.
Bro,
Like, listen,
y'all
Oh yeah,
call
yeah.
me
people,
a hate.
people,
No,
people,
y'all call me
people.
a hater
It's low
No, no,
twenty
no,
hanging
four
fruit.
seven.
Let him
Ralph,
Hanging
finish, man.
fruit.
bro,
Braun
please let me
provided
finish.
it, right?
Hey,
Please
get,
let
hey,
me
good,
finish.
good night,
Please,
good night,
Yo,
fellas,
please.
one
man. I'll
mic
let
and
y'all
let him
later.
finish
All right,
talking.
all right, okay, you.
All right,
But
brother.
please, though, you gotta let me finish on this point because you can't. We're not going to deny. Listen, you can. Nobody's saying you can't criticize him though. I didn't say that. I said he was trash. Ralph, what I've been saying the whole time, bro. What I've been saying the whole time, even MC Robinson, I disagree with MC Robinson with what I've been saying the whole time. But
He's trash. I argue with him,
they
but
are
it's his opinion.
they have been using Bronny's poor performance, and because this is the other thing too. The same people are doing this are also. And let me lay my plane. I seen you took your mic off. Let me lay my plane because everything I'm about to say is a fact. Kid Trunks just said that the media attention and casual earlier said about why Bronny getting so much attention and things this nature. But the people that are hating, not people that are making videos on Bronny for whatever reason, good or bad or criticism, they're part of the problem.
Huh?
Hey, I'm gonna ask you a question. I mean, how many videos you see me about Bronny's summer league performance? How many videos you see me do about Bronny's summer league performance?
I agree with you on that part. I mean, but okay, zero. But listen, you
What do
gotta
you mean he
understand,
only had
true.
one game, bro?
I'm just saying, what I could have,
Zero,
Ralph, you know
zero.
me, Ralph, could have done a stream or a video about that game? Yes or no?
Probably good.
But
But
true. All I'm
why
saying,
I did, but and MC Robinson, and everybody know my stance on this too, right? I don't
And that's the thing,
people
though. No
use
one calling him
people
trash, though. You're calling him trash, and I
no
don't even think he's trash.
No, 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 no,
no
no.
I ain't that ain't the
That's
point.
not true,
That's not the
Ralph. He's been saying that for a while that Ronnie is trash, and we try to convince him.
I don't even think he's
It's his
trash.
opinion at this point.
but the point, but see, that's still a good
I
point
just
though,
think the
right?
timing
But
is
that's
wrong.
still, but that's still a good point though. But you not. But here's the difference though, right? Even in MC Robinson, I said that right. But if I'm
Good.
using Bronny trash to target LeBron James, like other
No,
you see other people are doing,
What's your point of calling him trash, though? Why you calling him trash?
because
what's
of
the
what he
point of these
sees.
other dudes making video? Hold on. What are the other dudes like Man Down Sports and all of these curse
Nah,
Carcinos
bro.
doing?
Answer the question. Why is he trash?
Because I feel like he's not ready in the NBA and he's
Oh,
not ready to
that
be in
don't
the NBA yet. That's
value.
my
That don't give you the reason to call
but
him trash.
good
I
the
think
point.
that it's
No,
wrong
Okay,
to
he's
not.
not at the
that's
level.
cool.
Yeah.
And cool and granted, that's not the point of the conversation though, right? If I'm saying that to target and LeBron James like the other people like you see other guys like Man Down Sports and other guys are doing, yes or no?
Bro, I
You're
don't
not.
know
No,
what he's
yeah.
on though.
I
I
agree,
don't
but
listen to
true,
him.
true.
Okay.
I just gotta state this.
Like,
Listen, I'm just stating and saying this part. When the media pushes a player a lot, like I stated before, I'm not trying to compare the two players like Victor and Lonzo Ball, right? Who the
He
right.
media keep
trumps.
pushing out
They
there.
played this high
There's gonna
school
be
game. Of course, he gonna get this. You know what I
no,
mean?
but hold
True.
on,
Can I ask you a
I'm not finished.
question?
Hold on, man, hold on.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah,
Toronto.
Let
yeah,
him
yeah.
keep trying.
Continue.
Let
I'm
Tashana
gonna
finish.
hit him with one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I stated and said before, like when the media pushes a player, if it's good or not, because I mean Bronny, I mean he's not in that level though. With Lonzo or Victor Wembanyama, all the hype and all the recognition on them, all eyes are on them. We want to see how good they really are. Bronny James is nowhere near those two players' level, but they promoted him like crazy. What do you expect us, the fans who make basketball YouTube channels and who on Twitter and stuff like that? What do you expect us to do?
But here's the,
Promoting this player like he's freaking the next Wilt Chamberlain.
but y'all benefit. But here's the problem: is y'all
That's what I'm
benefit. Why y'all
saying. Of
complaining
course, we're
about?
gonna make
No,
fun of
time
him.
out.
Of course, they're
But
gonna
this is, but this is,
criticize
but
him.
no, but this is where the BS come. This is what kind of where the BS come. Why y'all complaining about it when y'all benefit of it? That's the weird shit about it. Y'all so much get criticized and y'all bet y'all hoping this stuff to happen. And which is
Oh,
okay,
Yeah.
cool. Just
Yeah.
keep it, leave it at that. That's my problem. If you're going to do it, because I'm not going to lie about it. Even
True.
though I
True.
mean, I don't.
Can I ask that? Like, I think this question has a real amount of weight in this debate. You think if Braun never tweeted what he said, do you think anyone says anything about Bronny?
They still going to say anything. They still going to
They
say
No,
something.
they're
they're
Whole
still.
gonna say no
comment.
matter what.
Listen, this whole stream I still have been doing the
No,
stream.
but they hold that tweet up that he put up,
No,
saying
that's an
that his
excuse.
son can, you know what I mean?
Well,
They
of
hold that
course your father gonna promote.
they
Listen,
I don't
hold
have an
that
issue with
as
that.
their
they're grabbing straws.
smoking gun in the
They won't.
case,
Right.
right?
But they won't
Smoking
post.
gun.
Right, but they won't post the fact that Bronny said that he strived to be a Derek White. They won't post that. They won't make videos saying that Bronny is willing to put the work in. They won't do that, but they will do videos and streams making videos about hate because let's be real, that's where people that's how they get their money and promote their
No,
channels.
but if LeBron never said anything, do you think Bronny
No,
gets the amount of vitriol
no.
he gets?
My G,
He
He
No,
still
they
will.
don't.
ESPN.
He still will.
Mike,
Oh, y'all
Mike,
lying. Now
Mike.
y'all
I
lying.
don't
No,
Now
know if
y'all
you've
Hold
been
true,
on
true,
lying.
social
true, true,
media
true, true,
enough.
true, true, true,
You've
Lying,
been
bro.
true.
getting.
Y'all lying, bro.
On ESPN, they literally were trying to compare this Bronny James to Malika Andrews, Kendrick Perkins, and the woman from Nigeria, sexy talk. Her they try to compare this guy to Drew Holiday. Who else they try to compare him to? Derek White. Like,
They
come
were
on,
saying that's his
Mm.
peak. They were saying that could be his first. That's his ceiling. They were saying that could be
That's
his
the
ceiling.
ceiling.
No. Come
Nah.
on, true. They were comparing. No, they said they were
Oh.
trying to compare him to that.
Yeah.
Drew
Yeah.
Holiday, Derek White, and Devon Mitchell from Sacramento. I don't know where he is.
But here's the problem though. I've seen guys in different sports
They don't do that
made
to
get
no other 55 player in any other sport.
it don't
Baseball,
matter. The point is though,
football.
bro. The point. But why we lying? Act like this, bro. Why y'all really lying right now? It don't matter what anybody would have said. He still got scrutinized. Like what do we talk? Like we still be
So
having the same
Yeah.
conversation.
so why
no.
didn't he do this
But
for
not to the
Shaquille O'Neal's
degree
son?
if
Why didn't
Braun
he do
never
this to
said
Gary
anything,
Payton's
right?
son? Why didn't he do this for Kareem
Shaquille. Well,
Abdul-Jabbar's
I'm
son or
well.
John
Yeah.
Hold
Stockton?
on, you
Stockton's
missed
son.
it.
And
Well,
bro,
here's the thing. I'm
he
gonna tell
went
you
through
one
G League
about
and everything and made
for
it on his
one,
own.
for one. Let's make for one. None of those guys was in the league at the same time. Whereas that for one, they wasn't making history. For one, that's the big. That's a
Yeah,
big.
that's the counterpoint. Yeah, that's the counterpoint for sure.
Narrative, not
Also,
history, bro. That's
No,
also,
but
narrative.
that has weight though. That
No,
has
also,
that is
weight.
No,
just
it don't.
also,
That's
and
literally
also,
a
wow.
and all,
narrative, bro.
and
They
all,
ain't got nothing to do with contributing to the
they
betterment of
they do
basketball, bro.
they do.
No,
I
no,
never
it does
said I
not.
didn't say
No,
I
Braun
didn't say
is
Like,
it
come
doesn't
on,
still an
that's
matter.
a
all
I didn't
NBA
say
fucking
player, whatever. Yeah.
Rob, we moving the goalpost. 'Cause I
no.
didn't say
You're
it wasn't
moving the
not.
goalpost,
I
nigga.
didn't
That's a
say
narrative.
I didn't say it's not a narrative.
It
It's not a
is.
narrative. I
That's a
just explained. No, it's
storyline.
not.
How
That's a
do that better basketball?
wow.
Him playing with his
That's
son,
a
bro.
regardless of how you, regardless if it's a good thing or a bad thing, that's still like, bro. He's playing. A fact that we've
No,
seen,
that's not
bro.
history, bro. That's a
All right, you
narrative.
got it. You got it, bro.
What
You want
stat is that
to.
gonna
It's not a
make
narrative.
make niggas
How does
that
a
is
narrative?
a
It is.
narrative.
It's like a
How?
placebo. It's a
How?
placebo
Time,
for the
Hey,
Bro,
Lakers,
y'all got to
but they're
communicate.
gonna
hey,
make
God
money off
damn.
of it. So
out,
that's literally a fucking booster
time
for
out.
LeBron James' legacy.
So
Now
let me
hold on. So y'all saying the Kangaroo Junior and Senior is a narrative?
Huh? What'd you
how
say?
does a narrative? That's how it's
So y'all
we
saying the
watching
Kangaroo
it
Junior
happen.
and Senior moment when they play the father
no,
and son
does it
football is a
equate to
narrative?
winning?
Yes,
No.
right. It doesn't equate no
That's
Time out.
fucking
that's
We would
that's
nothing.
the
go for.
bottom
We would
line.
go
Oh
for.
Bro,
We're
man.
not
that
talking about.
don't
We're not
move
talking
no
about winning.
goalposts, bro.
We're not talking about
Stop
wins and
using
losses.
that
We're not
word
talking
if
about
you
wins.
don't know what it mean, bro.
Oh, we're
No,
not
I
talking about
know,
wins and
but
losses.
that's
I'm
what
just
I
asking
think
But
questions.
most
how?
people
But
are
It's
how?
coming
literally
in.
a
Hey,
damn
so
narrative, a
first of all,
storyline.
first of all, no, nobody denied it wasn't. First of all, let me make it. Let's make
Just
this shit
denied it
clear.
all this time, bro.
Let's make this shit clear, right? Now, I apologize because technically it is a narrative, right? It is a storyline. We is it? Am I wrong? Ralph, correct me if I'm wrong, right? If I'm correcting myself, correct? Please, I'm because
Bro, yeah,
well,
yo. Come on, bro.
please, are you
Chill.
right?
No,
I'm just
yeah,
um,
it is. It
but
is in a sense
but
of yeah.
there's a but. There's a but. That being said, it's still history. This is like sports history. We don't see this a lot, even in sports in general. Like I don't. It's still it's regardless of who. Even it don't matter who it was. Like what the fact that it is LeBron James, who the terrible player he is it does amplify it. But the fact that matter is like we
It
seen a
is
father
history. Yeah.
son.
It's not
We
no
seen a
real
father
history, bro.
son. You a hate like yeah, that's some
No,
hate.
no
That's
one's
what I'm
not a
saying.
hater,
That's some
bro.
hating ass shit to
It
say.
can literally
Like,
be any player, bro. It's
no,
not
No,
no
I don't
real
know. Like
history
Ken
to it.
Griffey
that's some
Jr.
hating ass
played
shit to
with his
say.
son,
No,
That's
that's
and
hating
just
you
ass
know
some
what I
shit
mean.
to say.
glazing
Ken
shit,
Griffey
bro.
Sr. played
That's
with,
not real
you know what I
That's
history.
mean.
hate, bro.
That
That's
And
don't
they
hate,
weren't
history is
claimed as the
something.
GOAT, but it was still something
that's because
monumental and something
time out.
really special, right?
Yeah, but let me say this, Mike. But like that's hate because
That's not
like
even really special. That's something special
because
to them.
how that's not special.
It's that's
How
not
is it
really.
special? What does it have to do with basketball? What how do it translate into winning
Bro,
Yeah,
you
if
championships?
keep.
you're talking
I'm
about
not. We're not.
championships,
Hey,
yeah.
listen,
Y'all
bro,
don't. Y'all
I'm
at
not.
this
We're
point.
not.
We're listening
How
at
do
this
We're
you
time.
not
We're
boost
talking
talking
this?
about
about.
How
history
do
right
you
Bro,
now.
boost a salary cap?
please, please,
Like you're
if
just
if
capping
you
saying
get,
anything.
so, bro, how does we need, bro? I didn't mention anything about winning or losing, bro. I didn't mention. I don't. I
You
didn't
literally
mention that.
said that's
I didn't,
history. What type of history is it?
what do
What
you
do it
mean? All
affect?
right,
What
bro.
do you
What do you
mean?
mean history?
What
What
you
do you
mean? What does it
mean?
mean, bro? That's a
What does
personal
win?
history. That
So
got nothing to do
what does
with,
history? What does history mean, Ralph?
bro.
Because
That's
like
literally
clearly,
something
I
that's
didn't say
special for a
No,
father and
I
son.
understand
what.
the different points of where each person's coming from.
No,
Like,
it's not. I don't get no the point. Cause no, Ralph talking about
History is
winning and
something that will
losing.
change
no,
the
some
fucking
people just
face of
see
something.
basketball as winning. That the
No,
only
but we're not.
story
That's not.
is
But the
winning and
reality.
how they're winning. And like, you
But
know what I
that's
mean?
not
That's
the.
the only thing that really matters to certain
Well,
people,
hold
No,
on, but
no,
right?
you can't
history
say
has
that.
something to
But
do
you
with
can't say
change.
that.
What
But you
is this
can't say
changing?
that. But you can't, bro. First of all, it's not a necessary. When it comes to about the change per se, history sometimes is not about necessarily the change when it comes to history because, like I said, we I don't know we ever it's gonna be hard we ever see this ever again, right? I mean,
Humans are humans. They don't change.
listen. I mean, 'cause even with that in sports, period, it's only a handful of times in sports this even happened. I mean, the point is
Mm.
though, listen, we know this, and mind you, this move is not going to help the Lakers win a championship. Ralph, are you happy if I said that right? Okay, cool. I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm nowhere near saying that at all. Like, so I don't know why you brought the winning part. I didn't. I nowhere near said this is helping the Lakers when it comes to winning. Let me make that clear.
Jared,
Right.
shut your Yo, Kendrick Lamar looking not like us ass up, bro.
That's
See,
crazy.
see, true. This is what
Point,
happened
but
when
let me
you
No,
finish
get
my
I
point.
Chinese.
understand.
But
Like,
let me finish my point. But let me finish my point. But the point is, this is why it's a big deal. This is why people are talking about it. It's like we can't act like even if it wasn't LeBron. Like let me make this clear. LeBron James, LeBron, it amplifies it because who they are. LeBron, whatever, it amplifies it, of course. But if it was just a player that's not the same caliber, we would still be talking about this because of like this is crazy. Who would have thought we would ever see in our lifetimes per se.
I can't believe you
With
just
me,
lied like that.
how did I lie?
So Lance Stevenson and Lance Stevenson Jr. play together. We would not be talking about that shit.
Yes, we
Nah, we
would.
would a
No,
little
we
bit,
would
just a
not,
little bit
bro.
though.
And not
No one,
Nowhere
time out,
near.
time
Hold
out,
on. Nowhere near the
time
level
out,
of LeBron and
time,
Bronny
time,
James
no
and
time,
one would
Giannis.
not talk
time
about
out.
that shit
Please time out. Please
unless
time
it's a
out, bro.
superstar.
Please
no,
time.
it's like as if
Please time
in
out. Please time
'98 Michael
out.
Jordan's son joined the
Please
team
time
while
out.
he
Hold
was
on.
still cranking
Please,
it, right?
Right.
no, please time out. Please time out. Cause I thought I made myself very, very clear. I thought I did, and I apologize if I didn't because this is getting crazy. I legit said that LeBron James and them amplifies it, so it amplifies. Are you happy? Did I not? Did you hear me say that?
It's
Please,
not
like
about
I'm not.
Yeah,
amplification.
you
It's
definitely said
about
that.
What
Yeah,
do
you
for
just
sure.
said we would talk
what do you
about it if
mean it's not?
it was player
What do you
A
mean it's
and player
not?
A Junior. We would still be talking about it. No, we won't. We would not talk about it at all. It would not be a footnote.
That's an absolute lie, bro. That's an
If
absolute
J.R.
lie. Are you
Smith and
telling
J.R.
me
Smith Sr. play basketball, we probably talk about it because of who J.R. Smith is.
that's a lie, bro? You're lying right now.
Bro,
With that being said, I
that's
have to
not a
finish
lie,
my point.
bro. The
That's a
fuck
lie
if
because
that's not a
that's a
lie if
lie.
no, bro.
That's a
It's not a
lie.
lie
That's a lie. Hold on,
because
time
if
out. Let me
fucking
finish my point.
Jeremy Lin and his son
Bro.
play basketball.
I gotta finish my point, Ralph, because you cut me. I didn't even get to really finish my point because when I said that amplified, of course, it's not gonna be talked about the same way as LeBron James now. I'm not saying that. Of course, but you're trying to tell me if you see two, because listen, this could be a very great possibility of happening. We see Bronny and LeBron James on the court in the NBA game at the same time. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Regardless if you hate or love LeBron or not, you have to acknowledge that that's a big deal. And the fact that so you're trying to tell me if Lance Stevens and his son was on the same team, it wouldn't be talked about at all. That's bullshit, bro. That's bullshit. Like if you saying that, that's bullshit, bro. Like you're not gonna tell me if that shit not gonna be talked about. Like, come on, bro.
Mm.
Like
But hey, true.
I
I
mean
will say
that's
this.
bullshit. You trying to tell me if let's name a random player. You trying to tell me if Jason Tatum and Deuce some one day play against each other ain't gonna get talked about. Like, come on, bro. Like,
Yeah, I
let's
agree. I
stop
agree.
it. Like, stop it. Like, if you're any type of because it's
No,
a
yeah, other
you
sports
know
have
why
had this situation, right?
right.
Like, so, like, we can take reference from certain things, right? Gordy,
LeBron James.
Gordy Howe played with two of his sons. All three of them played on one team.
It's
So,
What do you
like,
mean,
you know what I
baseball?
mean? Like,
That's
hockey.
hockey.
And to that point, we first of all, since we're talking about storylines, right? What's the one thing about that sports always talking about in storylines? Siblings and family members, right? That's always been
Mm-hmm.
a storyline. And when you even see when you see two
Connections,
brothers,
yeah.
when you see two-player brothers playing against each other, right? So saying that won't be talked about at all. When we even now, when you see, remember Justin Holiday and Aaron Holiday, that was talked about. It was a small storyline. Don't get me twisted. It was a small storyline, but it was talked about. You get what I'm saying? Very small, but it was talked about. Saying that like Lance Stevens and his son playing on the same team wouldn't be talked about is very disingenuous. Because when we see siblings and family members on the same team before and it get talked about. We you think Thanasis get clowned all the time
Mm.
because he's Giannis' brother. That's what are we talking about? So you're trying to tell me he don't even play?
Well, we've seen in hockey
But hey, true,
twins
but
on
true,
the
true,
same
true,
team.
but true, true. You know the crazy thing about it
Twins
is
on the same team.
true. True. You know the crazy thing about it is they'll make
And
fun
they're
and
drafted
criticize.
second and third in the draft.
They'll make fun and criticize. They'll make fun and criticize Giannis with Giannis's brother and how trash he is. But once you speak about Bronny, oh, you hate a black man. Oh, you hate a black young kid. Oh. Like, come on, man, really? We can't get constructive criticism even after you just make a complete utter joke about Giannis. Like, come on, Giannis is legit not that good. We'll say the same thing about this season. We're gonna see if Bronny's that good too. Then we're gonna see.
The point is, but the problem.
I'm reading the comments. I'm reading the comments.
You're cooking. You're cooking.
Yeah, I get it. And yeah, but at the same time, though, it's cap on both sides. It is people maybe be extreme on both sides. That is fair, but
the way they destroyed Ham.
The point.
Oh boy.
The conversation. Talking about the point of the conversation is that people acting like they why Bronny getting this much attention, but the people that's covering him is helping him getting that attention. So it's like if he's all this, cause listen, if he ain't that good, whatever, he was this trash. Why y'all so busy covering him? That's the point. You get what I'm saying? That's the point.
No, it's because Braun made so much of a statement. I think.
No, it's not. No, it's not, bro. Y'all got
no. They wouldn't have a real edge to it. Like there wouldn't be something to continuously harp on, right?
That's not true.
If Braun said, "My son's coming to league," maybe he makes it, maybe he doesn't. Okay, but if he says his son's better than 50% of the people he's watching on League Pass right now, like. He's setting his son up for a lot more than saying nothing, right?
But this is why that's cap. Because regardless of those statements that he said, a lot of people without those statements, a lot of people doesn't even think he's an NBA player. So you got
they would cook him, but
no. Forget those statements. Without those statements, people still don't believe that he's an NBA player, right? So he will still get criticized. So it don't matter what LeBron James said or not, because we still have the same conversation. That's the thing. But
they wouldn't have as much fuel, though, is what I'm saying, right? They're using that as their main rocket fuel. What he said about Bronny fuels a lot of these videos from the angle of what they're talking about and what they crutch on, right? What they go back to. They're like, well, Braun said this, right? You know what I mean?
But true to King, I will say this, and Jared Thompson got in the comments. That's somewhat true, but that's not 100% true. Also, I mean, there's some truth and facts to that comment just left. But I'll tell you this, Barney's not one of the worst players on this draft. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But there's almost to it. But yeah, though, man, I might shut this live down. Sorry, but
yeah.
So yeah, but it's a good stream.
No, evaluating
true.
Talent.
Thank you for letting me come over here, man. Because when I was speaking the same argument on FYF Sports, they were trying to jump me, man. All of them was disagreeing. I'm like, what the hell, man?
Hey, but it is what it is, man. Shout out to Mike G.
Yeah,
shout out
to you, man. God bless. I'm out.
Shout out to Rolf, man. I'm about to, you know what I mean? I said I want to do a couple.
Do your thing, bro.
I did a little bit of work, couple out, but we good though. Dude, it was a good conversation. I just wanted to do this stream though, you know what I mean? Just for awareness. The things in period, give people perspective. You know, I know people, and especially shout out to Casual, Sean, and all people that with their perspective, MC Robinson, all that.
Yeah, different sides.
Yeah, so you know that's why I also did this. I want to hear other different sides. That's the point, you know what I mean? So yeah, good stream.
Respect.
Have your notification bells too, man. Dropping these videos. Also, man, Ralph. I don't know where Ralph at, but hey, shout out to Ralph. Catch us every Sunday on Room of the Ring show. Hey, we may be dropping something Friday too. Stay tuned for that. We can figure it out. Like a pre-recording something we may send out over there on FWF. So yeah, shout out, check it out, Rumble Ring Show on 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. on FYF Sports Debates. You know what I mean? People like the wrestling, all that wrestling, professional wrestling. We cover AEW. We cover WWE. We cover TNA. We cover other things too. Indies and all that stuff. We get, you know what I mean? We chop it up. So, yeah. Shout out to everybody. It's your boy True. P Deuces. Oh, don't forget to hit that like, comment, share, subscribe. It's your boy True. Peace Deuces. Then I'm out.